Test, test, test. What it do? What it do? Hello. We are doing political debates. What's up, infectious? How we doing, y'all? How are we doing? What up, Sarah? What up, Jody? Lazing around on Sunday. Dang jelly. We just did the gym. We just did shower. We walked Pickles again today. Pickles is doing super, super good. She just ate a full bowl of food like a good girl, like the goodest good girl. And we're going to turn on the Pickles cam as soon as we hit 10K likes. She's doing really well. She's super skippity and chipper. She is like running home from our walks. So she seems to be like high energy and happy. Um, I don't know if that's the drugs. Maybe she's a drug addict. Might have to have a sit down talk with her. But for now, all's well. Chat, we're doing political debates. If you're a Trump supporter or a Republican or a member of the GOP, or if you're an independent or a libertarian or just a conservative, you're welcome to come up to the debate. Tell me why I should partake in your politics. I'll tap that screen. Wish to see the baby. I want to see the baby. How we doing, y'all? How we doing? Happy Sunday. I listened to a little bit of Santana in the gym. I listened to a little bit of Solid or Super Solid. I listened to a little bit of Dean. It's a nice little morning. They're all having trouble getting some debates. I hope we don't have the same problem. I think today might be the day I flip on the YouTube phone. Maybe we'll see. We shall see. Scott here. Yes, Little Pickles is doing good. He had a weird stream today. He seemed over it. He seemed fucking fed up. Oscar was good. I never get up early enough to watch Oscar, dude. Pissing me off. We can always go for the news. That's true. It's Sunday, so there might not be a whole bunch. There might be a little bit with Iran. I know there's some statements where they had some really insane asks, rightfully so, to open Strait of Hormuz. It looks like they're negotiating with the Oman side. We have Netanyahu saying that a Palestinian state is a deal breaker for him with Trump's Gaza deal. Trump's having a hell of a go at it. I also didn't know this, but Israel is up for prime minister election in October. October 27th, I think. They're going to be doing prime minister election. We'll see what happens. The person leading in the polls, he's edging just tiny bit either above or neck and neck with Netanyahu. Doesn't speak English, which is interesting. So we might do less addressing with the world, but he seems to be kind of to have like a different style of politics than Netanyahu. Maybe a better version of politics. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably should just watch his replay. Chat, how we doing? Let's get to 10K. As soon as we get to, oh, we're at 7K. Once we get to 10K, we'll pull up the Pickles camera. Uh, she's doing a mani pedi right now. I'm shirt off mowing. It's hot outside. Don't worry. It's electric mower. Oof. I have zero faith in that being a fair election, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. She did take her meds. The new pill pocket things are working good. I honestly suggest against the stuff that I got. It's called Wrap a Pill, and it looks to be like the same exact stuff that the pill pockets are, but it's just a tub of it. So you have to like scoop a bit out with like a spoon and just like mold your own pill pocket. I'd rather just the pill pockets. Show us the baby. Let's see. Oh, we're almost at 10K, y'all. We're almost at 10K. We're so close. Kata! There she is. Greenie's brand are the only ones that make sense. Yeah. Why does she need meds? She went to the hospital 2 nights ago. She had blood in her urine. Possible just UTI, possible crystals, like not a bladder stone, but the crystals in her urine. We're not sure yet. She seems to be even when we were seeing the blood in her urine, she was just a fucking happy. She was a little lethargic, but she was still like happy. I don't know what's going on with her. She is the sweetest girl in the world. But she's even happier today, so that's good. He's gonna cover the follow-ups, correct. Yes. We've spent the majority of that already on the clinic. But yeah, it should. My follow-up I think is like $60. But you know. All right, let's do this. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Hell yeah.
You are. What do you like about Trump?
That he's pushing Christian values.
Like what?
No men and women sports, transgenderism, LGBTQ rights. He's not supporting that. Because, I mean, he's not really. I don't really care about what his policy is. I care about principles and values. And I think that's the core tenet of my vote.
What it sounds like to me, and this is just my opinion, he tricked you into thinking that kicking like 5 trans people out of women's sports was more important than a good economy, a good relationship with our allies, world peace, cheap
I'll, I'll,
gas.
I'll tolerate a bad economy if that means our values and principles are respected for my children
I
as
don't
well.
even think
Because
that he can even do anything. Like, right? He's only done like an executive order on day 1, and that's it.
keeping men out of women's sports.
Yeah, and by the way, it really didn't even do that. It left it up to the states.
I mean, it's still better than nothing.
I can't believe he tricked you into thinking that was a
I think
thing, but sure,
I think it's
cool,
right.
man.
And I support the. Do you support the Bible?
No.
See, I mean, I voted for him. I support the Bible.
Okay.
Biblical values are more important than a good economy.
So I mean, I feel like we're picking and choosing here. Trump is probably the most vain, unchristian person I can think of. He's cheated on all of his wives. He's found to be civilly liable for rape. He's threatened genocide on certain countries. He's pulled like food stamps and healthcare away from some of the most vulnerable people in the country. He's enriched the fuck out of himself. He's made like $3 billion last year. But thank God he like held up a Bible and told you that he's Christian or something.
I mean, everybody sins, but I mean, the whole business and making money, that's part of capitalism. That's part of business. He's a businessman.
No, there's a
So,
difference between capitalism and fraud, right? And monetizing your actions as president.
well,
That's corruption.
there's gonna be political lobbying involved in order to get money. That's how you make money.
I'm not talking
Someone's
about
gonna lose.
lobbying. I'm talking about him like investing in companies and then using those companies for the United States to do trade agreements and stuff.
I don't have a problem with that. Let him be. Let him do his thing.
Okay, it's just corruption. So I don't know.
I mean,
It
Obama
feels very
Obama is
cultish
corrupt.
of me.
Biden
Of
was
you.
corrupt.
How was
Obama
how
was
is he
corrupt.
corrupt? How are they corrupt?
I mean, you want to talk about mass genocide? You can talk
Yeah,
about
tell me.
Benghazi, Iraq. You can talk about Afghanistan.
I don't think you can make a
Uh,
case for.
October 7th with a Biden.
Okay, I don't think you can make a case for any of those being like a genocide or Obama or Biden's fault. In fact, I would say October 7th is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back there was some of Trump's policy.
Say it again.
The straw that broke the camel's back there would be some of Trump's policy, I believe. Trump's movement of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem on a holy day, and then during Abraham Accords without acknowledging Palestine.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I just like that the shit he did with Venezuela. I want him to do that in the Middle East, which I think he's doing.
I don't think you know much about that then, because he hasn't done anything with Venezuela. They're the exact same government, the exact same like structures and people in place, besides Maduro, the one guy.
But he hijacked their president, the mass
Yeah,
drug lord.
no, no. You have these mixed up. He's pardoned a mass drug lord out of prison, and he's trying to get him in office and in Honduras. Maduro, he simply kidnapped him. I believe he's still in New York somewhere, waiting trial. But no, his like second in line is still in charge in Venezuela. There's still civil rights violations going on the same exact way he left them.
I mean, it's better than having Maduro there, wouldn't it?
No, not no single metric. No, not by in any means.
What
Unless
what
you know
what
something I
metric?
don't. What
What
metric?
metric?
What metric's gotten better? Tell me.
They don't have that dude in charge, and he was in charge of
It's
everyone
not a
getting.
metric. Like you got to tell me like, oh, inflation or like people stop dying or being mass
I mean,
incarcerated or
I think that's a very strong argument when you come with data. I don't think we get all our knowledge empirically with data because it can be manipulated. You can
yeah,
play
but
with
you
the
have
numbers.
nothing.
Exactly. I don't need anything. I feel like it's just we can derive things based on what we can just see. You don't need empirical methods alone just to figure shit out.
Yeah, I think that you're just hoping that there might be something, or if Trump told you something, and Trump is like a big, huge liar. Um, I don't know. I feel sorry for anybody who like takes anything what he says serious, or brings it to an argument. I feel even worse for people because it's pretty easy to just fact check things.
What's the last thing he lied about?
I believe we've been close to peace negotiations with Iran 42 times now. I think we've won the war 42 times. Uh, I don't know. We can talk about him lying about the vandalism of the reflection pool,
See
falsely
that
indicting somebody
I'm
on that.
glad you brought that up. The vandalism that was real. He posted a picture on True Social if it said R.I.P. on the what's it called, the rubber.
His own appointed fucking prosecutor
Jean Piero.
threw it
She
out.
was booted out. She's no longer in D.C. She had her
Cool.
pack her bags.
Because she has to, because she didn't follow the authoritarian.
She did not. Yes, she did not follow. She was trying to be different. She tried to be an outsider and
What?
proclaim her.
He appointed her.
But when you go against Trump,
What?
you,
He's not like, oh well, I guess he is an authoritarian or a dictator, but you don't
that
see it.
that that's why I voted for him.
You voted for him because you want an
You,
authoritarian.
you say he's a fascist, he's a dictator. That's
You
what
just
I
described
want.
authoritarian stuff. Yeah,
I want a dictator, or else we're not going to get shit done. We're going to
he's
end
not
up like
doing anything. You just admitted that he's literally not done anything like beneficial to the country besides kick 5 trans people out of sports.
but
He
he's
hasn't
a
done shit besides fuck everything up.
but he's dominant. Or else like the shit he did in
In a bad
Venezuela.
way.
And the thing in Venezuela was a bad way.
Yes, yes.
But guess what? He got it done, right? At the end of the day, he's
Okay,
a winner.
so I can go kick a rock and I can brag to you that I got something done, but it didn't.
Like
do
if we
anything
had
for anybody, dude.
if we had John McCain or Mitt Romney in there, I guarantee you none of this shit would be happening.
Yeah,
We
none
just
of the bad shit, none of the dumb shit that they've done, that Trump has done, would have happened. You're right. We wouldn't have a fallout with every single meaningful ally on
and
Earth.
that's why they didn't win the election because they're not dominant.
Where the fuck is John McCain now?
He's not here with us.
Yeah, he's dead. Mitt Romney has lost because you guys have traded the Republican Party for MAGA, a cult of personality.
No, he tried. He went against Trump, and
Exactly. He went
we
against Trump. He didn't go against conservative values. He went against Trump.
and
You guys
he's
are in a
out.
cult.
It's not a cult. It's the leader. He's our leader.
Yeah,
Just like Mike
that's
Pence.
the
Just
that's
like
the remnants of a cult, man. The hallmark of a cult is you not being able to criticize the leader, Trump.
just like Mike Pence. His career is over.
Yeah, because he chose the Constitution over a person, Trump.
No, he didn't follow the Constitution.
He
If he
literally did have to. He did follow the Constitution. That's why Trump doesn't like him.
I mean, it's just there's no gray area. It's either MAGA or you're out.
I'm glad y'all
And
admit it. It's fascism.
I don't think it. I mean, I guess it is fascism to an extent, but we want shit done. We want to get shit
You're not
done.
doing anything. You kicked 5 trans people out of sports and you kidnapped the leader of Venezuela. That's it. And now you're strangling Cuba, doing even worse human rights violations there than anybody else. You're bombing bridges and desalination plants in Iran.
We're
You're
taking all these
bankrupting the
immigrants.
country. Trump is responsible for like 28% of the country's debt, just him. We're at 122% debt versus GDP ratio for the first time since World War II, in a time of like peace, debatably. Every single economic metric is upside down. Everything is worse than where we left it. Gas prices are skyrocketing. The
It's
whole
skyrocketing
world hates us.
because it's up because due to the Iranian war,
The optional Iran war, yes.
they
that Trump
cannot
did.
have they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Oh man, and I guess you're falling for that too. I don't know what to tell you, man. I thought we
Oh.
destroyed all that last November. Isn't that what they said?
Last November,
Yeah, when they bunker bombed the centrifuges.
they were. I mean, it wasn't completely obliterated.
That's what they said.
They can say a lot of things. Doesn't mean it's true.
So they're either lying there or they're lying when they say that they're going after weapons of mass destruction.
I mean, you can't in a war. You can't just fucking sprinkle pixie dust and think things is just gonna be over in 2 days.
That's not what I really asked you. I said either they're lying about destroying all of it or they're lying about going after it now. And by the way, they wouldn't even have the incentive to enrich uranium if Trump didn't pull us out of the fucking JCPOA.
They are liars. Yes.
Trump is? Yeah.
No. Why would we believe Iran?
What do you mean?
They're
We
crooks.
had a third party there.
They're mass terrorists.
So are we.
No, we're not. We're the who is how are we terrorists? Maybe I
Are
can
we
argue
not
with
bombing civilian infrastructure in Iran right now?
that.
Didn't we kill like 180 schoolgirls?
That's called a war.
When we do it, it's war, but when they do it, it's terrorism.
When we do it, it's because we prevent terrorism. We're trying to end the shit.
No,
They keep.
I don't think so. What did Cuba do to us that deserved us strangling them and causing thousands of people to die? For a whole hospital have a blackout, and for every person on life support to die in one night. What did they do? Was that war or is that terrorism?
It's called world dominance.
Terrorism.
Different definitions.
World dominance. Can you tell me the distinct difference?
World dominance is not through violence. It's through.
That is in fact violence, though.
No, it's not.
People
T-
dying
no.
isn't violent.
Just to kill. That's violence. But for a cause, that is actually world dominance. If you have a cause,
So terrorism, in every time it happens, doesn't have a cause.
with the purposeful intent to kill is terrorism. We didn't do it.
Nobody
on purpose.
kills just to kill. Terrorism is usually an act of violence to spread a political message or like religious or an ideology. So like when they did 9/11, it was revenge on us having like uh like a torture program in the Middle East. It wasn't just random.
That was due to the Holy Wars.
No. No.
I mean, I don't want war, don't get me wrong, but shit has to be done. And the only person who can is the guy sitting in the office
He
right
hasn't
now.
done anything. We are literally just sitting around in the Middle East. We have ran out of targets to bomb. That's what the head of the Navy has said recently. There's literally the efficacy of bombing is almost nil. That we can bomb some dirt. Uh, we can't get
Look,
ships through.
listen,
We can't.
listen.
What are we
If
doing?
we're negotiating,
With what? What I mean, now
Strait
they're
of
demanding
Hormuz,
twice as much as we offered them like months ago.
Strait of Hormuz. You're not gonna talk about how Obama gave billions, but you want to talk about Trump, but when he didn't even do nothing yet.
Yeah, so Obama gave $1.7 billion of
Billion.
their own money back to them.
He flew it on a 757 in liquid
Oh
cash.
no. Oh no. Because yeah, there were fucking sanctions and we couldn't send it through wire transfer.
But why would you do that as
Because
president?
there were sanctions and it was part of the deal. It was part of a negotiation for hostage trade and for them to stop enriching uranium. So it's we can either spend $1 billion a day bombing them, what Trump is doing, and then promise them $328 billion, or we can give them $1.7 billion of their own money. Which is cheaper, bro?
But as the leading military force on planet Earth, why would you cower down? Why would Barack Hussein Obama cower down like that?
Because
And
solving something without war is far better than doing it with killing people.
well, you have to kill the terrorists. You can't let
You're
them
just
walk
talking about
free.
doing terrorism, dude. Like what? The
Like, did you
reason
remember
these
that?
terrorists exist is because of people like you.
I'm just advocating that we need to wipe out their civilization, just not the innocent people, but the plants, the bridges.
That kills
Get
innocent people.
how? I mean,
Power
maybe
plants, does it like somehow specifically not target civilians when you fuck up their water and their power?
I mean, you can still survive. Back,
What?
back in like the Stone Ages, the saber-tooth tiger
Are you
days,
fucking serious?
you can still survive without.
It's
I
war
mean, these are
crimes,
pe-
dude.
these are the Packies out in the Middle East. They know how to survive in the
There's no
desert.
magic way to just survive without water, man, especially in the Middle East.
You got lagoons, you got lakes.
Bro, do you
Like
think
figure
lakes have drinking water?
you have pure. You can. How do you think people survived back in the Stone Ages?
They didn't survive very well, man. That's the
They
thing. They
they
didn't.
survived, but not very well
Yeah,
at the
a
same.
lot of them that their average lifespan was like fucking 12 years old if you go far back enough.
I mean, things have consequences.
So now it's okay. Dude, what is wrong with you, man? This is so Christian. I love the Christian values you're portraying here
God told us to go into certain countries and end war.
by doing war.
That's what war is.
I'm
If
so
we
glad I'm not Christian and I have some imaginary person telling me to go kill people. It's pretty chill.
so you so you think we should just sit back and not let them have a nuclear weapon?
They would have not had one if Trump was never in office.
These are crooks. They can do whatever they want. They
No.
can get a nuclear
We
weapon.
had an organization called the IAEA that said they were there monitoring the facility and doing inspections 300 times a year on site with cameras, with fucking with satellite imagery, everything. We didn't have to trust them.
My prediction, if Kamala was president, she would have sat in office like Tinkerbell, and we would have something catastrophic would have happened in the years to come. I guarantee you. They would have had access to
Sure.
shit that they would have had access, and
She
you
probably would have been
complaining.
able to negotiate another Iran nuclear deal.
You think looking up to a woman, you think they'd these Iranians would cower down?
They wouldn't cower anything. They would respect her.
If they don't respect Trump, or if they don't
They probably
negotiate
don't
with
respect
Trump.
a fat man who paints his face orange. That
So
is narcissist.
imagine what they would do to Kamala. It'd be even
Kamala,
worse.
by the way, and somebody who would treat them like humans and not animals would probably be a little more respective.
It's not worth the risk. Why roll the dice?
What do you mean, why roll the dice? You chose a con man to go do this. He sends in his son in law to do these negotiations, who's literally just a private investor. I don't know what the fuck qualifies him to go negotiate on the behalf of the United States, but I
Jared
much
Kushner?
prefer somebody who used to be a senator, an AG. She's held office in all branches of government. She's been in government for 27 years. I think she knows how to talk to people a little better than somebody who was on a game show.
Or what about JD Vance? He has no baggage.
He has no experience. He was a senator for 2 years. Before
He was
that, he was given a free job at some firm, and before that, he was given a free job at some firm where he never showed up. He was just a fucking dude
he was
in a tie. He didn't do anything.
He was a United States Marine, well
Think of a
respected by
fuck. He was
all.
a reporter. He was a reporter. He
And he
wrote what
still
happened.
says who? Were you there?
That's what his job was, dude.
But he still fought for this country. No matter.
He didn't fight fucking shit, dude. What did he
So you
fight?
think
He went and fought in the Middle East for
every,
another fake cause? Good shit.
everybody's valuable. Nurses, engineers, any type of role in the military, you should be respected. Whether
I
even if
don't
he's
I don't think so. If all you've done is give your life to the government and have them throw you into some war for the Epstein class, I don't think that I don't owe you. I don't owe you shit.
okay. Well, let's get off this topic since you can't concede. Why do you support trans people?
Uh, Trans people are just people. They just want to be left alone. I literally I walk side by side with people like you every day who believe in magic superpower beings in the sky. You guys believe that you can put your hands together and do telepathy to a magic person. You guys think the Earth is 6,000 years old. The Earth is flat. I still live among you guys too, and I just leave y'all the fuck alone. And I just ask that you guys do the same thing with trans people.
But how do you think our children would feel when they walk amongst these people in malls and in the stores, and they see these people and looking like Tinkerbell that are men and they're cosplaying?
What
Do
I
you
don't
think
know. I would tell them to, hey, that's a person who likes to wear something that's feminine, and it's cool.
so? Do you think if they want to identify a certain gender, you think I can identify as a black person or Asian person?
No, that's an external identity. So those are identities done by merely like phenotypes, like skin color and uh, like other phenotype things. But when we talk about like sports fans or gender identity, those are things you have to tell people. So like I can't
Exactly.
tell you that you're not a Cowboys fan if you're a Cowboys fan, and you can't tell
Yeah,
somebody that they're not a woman if they've got
but
neurotypical delineations in their brain that shows they might identify as a
exactly.
woman.
These things are essential. So again, when you start applying these other categories, when you can't change your race, which is essential. You can't change your species. You can't change your gender.
Race is
These
a
are
made
all
up thing. So yeah, I mean,
you
I don't
can't
think
change
that's
your
very
race.
concrete. Yes, you can. In
Like
fact, in 1800s and between 1800s and like 1960, Italians weren't white. They magically all became white. They all became white. Same thing with Irish people. They all became white recently.
so, let's say I get my eyes surgically modified, slanted eyes, and I get some fine black hair and a Fu Manchu mustache with a straw hat. Am I all of a sudden an Asian?
Asian's not a fucking race.
Chinese?
That's not a race.
Pacific Islander?
Those are nationalities, buddy.
Race is Asian, black, white.
No. No, it's not. No, it's not, bud.
Then what
That's
is it?
ethnicity. So white and black are races. Brown's not a race, though, right? We would say Latino or something like that. But even Hispanic people and Latinos, when on most of our federal documentation, they're white. They're white people.
There's, I mean, when I grew up in high school, it's black, white, African American, Asian.
Black and African American, those are two different ones.
I mean, you have the Africans actually in Africa, and you have the blacks, which are in America. When you check the check mark, it's black, white, African American, Asian, Pacific
No,
Islander.
Asian is not a race.
I did my homework before I came on this debate. It's Asian.
You
I,
did
I
it because that's not a race. That's not a race, dude. It's an ethnicity.
ethnicity is like Chinese. Race is the physical traits. Everyone in Asia has slanted eyes. They're Asian.
All right. It describes a vast geographic region rather than a single race. But not not
The
really. Not really, man.
bottom line is you can't change your species or your race or your gender. These are
Yeah, you
all
can change your gender. You absolutely can. I mean, and not necessarily like change is what we talk about when we talk about trans people. They just are something incongruent with their body. So, um,
I mean, I
somebody
can.
who was born male could identify as woman if that's how they identify. By the way, these are made up. They are made up just like race. So for you to start like giving like hard rules and truths about the world that we literally like made up out of thin air
I
is
mean,
silly of you, man.
I
So
mean
like for
everyone
me
would.
me telling you like you can't change a dollar to a one, yeah, you fucking can. Yeah, you can. You can take a dollar, you can transfer it into a one. You can.
I
But
mean,
it has a like a certain value you can assign to it. But
but
no, when we talk about races, there are literally our genders. You, as a Christian, might say there's two, but Jewish people who believe in the Talmud, they say there's six. And people who are indigenous to America, they would say there's like three or four. So for you to sit here and like come out and tell everybody how this should work is silly.
like the core, like your heart is for you, right? Everyone has a certain heart. Everyone has an engine. It's like the same thing with the car. You have like say you have like a red car. What makes that car? It has an engine. It has a certain coat of red paint, certain windows. That the engine is what makes the car. Who cares about the red paint and windows? So you take that essential component, which is the engine, and you're still that thing. You can't change. Like if you have a penis, you're a dude. If you have a vagina,
Is that how you? How many people have you checked? How many genitals have you checked before assigning their pronouns?
I mean, when I walk down the street, I don't know if they have a penis or vagina
Perfect. So you're
nowadays.
lying. That's not how you determine anybody's gender.
But when they speak and they start walking a certain way, I can tell immediately.
No, you can't.
Their Adam's apple, their the way they move their fists.
You can have your Adam's apple shaved. Their wrist.
But you can't imitate something you're not. You can't. You
Yes,
can't
you can
imitate.
actually. I mean, and by the way, it's none of your business, but I would argue that you have most definitely, depending on where you are, you have most definitely ran into a trans man who you would
Oh, I have.
never know. You would
Yeah.
never ever know they were trans man.
They went up to me and I was like, "Are you trans?" And I was like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
I'm talking about a person who presents as a man, right? We're on the same page.
Oh, that way. Yeah, I don't think that's ever came across. I don't think I've ever
Yeah, you
across.
have. They're very hard, very very hard. They are very good at passing as males. They when we talk about trans men, some of them have better facial hair. They're more muscular than me. You would never ever fucking know. So no, you're wrong. And I bet you $1,000 that you've even went to the bathroom with one. You've never known.
I mean, probably. I don't look at other people.
Exactly. So stop lying and telling people that this is all dependent on genitals, because it's not.
But when I got my say I got my kid with me and they're just nosy and curious, Dad, what is that? What is he doing in here? Then I gotta explain to him why he's in here, and it's
Yeah,
just
I think it would be harder to explain why somebody like I just described would be in the women's bathroom where you want them. Somebody who is bulky, that's just fucking jacked with a giant beard. I don't want them in the women's restroom. Why would you?
that too. It goes both ways.
Yeah. So where do they use the restroom?
If they're XYXX, if they flipped it whichever way, you you go to where you were assigned at birth.
Exactly. That's what I just described to you. So somebody who's a trans man, who's a female at birth, who is jacked, who has a beard. You want them in the bathroom with your daughter.
See, this is where it gets tricky. This is the gray area. I think personally there needs to be a separate bathroom or just go find a tree somewhere.
Separate but equal?
Yeah, I don't think I'd want my daughter. Would you want your daughter around that?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with it.
I mean, this is just getting ridiculous. This is where we've come
It's
to.
literally not a problem anywhere. In fact, the biggest problem we have with like people and children is the church. So I wouldn't want them at a church. I wouldn't want to have to explain to them why they're not going to be burning in a lake of fire for all of eternity if they don't love some magic person that they can't see. I think that's much harder to explain than explaining to somebody, hey, that's a male that wears like feminine stuff. That's not that hard to explain.
I mean, all I'm saying is, if you guys want to start winning, a lot of me and all the young men that I've been around, we don't abide by that creed,
You
and
don't
you're not
have to.
gonna.
You just leave them alone.
And that's why you guys ultimately that's why she lost the election. We don't want to be around that
She didn't have
ideology.
anything to say about trans people during the election. Trump has found a topic that has been used a lot by other dictators and autocrats across Europe and mostly Eastern Europe. He's used the same playbook. He's getting people like you to freak out over the idea of trans people, and then he's pointing at his opponents and saying these people love trans people. They want them in sports. They want them in bathrooms. When the truth is, we will defend them at every turn, but we're not sitting here trying to do anything new. Um, in fact, there's no problems that have been arising out of this. In fact, Trump, even his own opinion pre 2016, or I think 2016, was that trans people can go whatever fucking bathroom they want. That was his words, and I'll show you a video if you want to see it. But he says this, and you guys didn't have any issue. But the second he found out that you guys had a knee-jerk reaction to this, he blasted it and used $217 million of ads to tell you guys that we're some sort of thing that we're not.
Well, I didn't even know trans people existed until Biden came around because I'm in the South, so there's really not a whole lot of trans people here. But ever
Yes,
since
there are.
Biden,
You just don't notice them. You probably live in the fucking country, right?
I mean, yeah, in the
So,
suburban
so
rural
you
area.
literally don't fucking run into anybody.
But when I go into the city and I want to go to a nice restaurant, I don't want to deal with that shit.
And, what, dude? I've been going to restaurants my whole life. I don't think I've ever been in a restaurant with a trans person. And if I have, I didn't know it. I don't see why this is like you would rather like avoid something you have the same chance of being struck by lightning than have like a good economy, have like a functioning government, somebody who's not enriching the fuck out of himself, who's threatening to be a dictator, to run for a third term. Uh, you'd rather have you think this is above that.
That and biblical values are at the hierarchy of my
Trump doesn't have
my.
biblical values. This is sad. I
You
think
could argue
Kamala
that.
was a churchgoer. Biden went to church every Sunday. Trump has never donated a single penny to any church ever.
But the thing is that I liked about him, he didn't have to run, but he sacrificed his life. And what did Christ do?
He
He
had to run to
sacrificed.
stay out of prison. What do you mean he didn't have to run?
He didn't have to.
Yes, he did. He had to stay out of prison. He had to run the second time.
he would have been in prison. Elon would have been in prison. Andrew Tate would have been in prison. Nick
It
Fuentes.
sounds like a dream. Yeah.
Yeah, they try to silence the voices that empower men. They're trying to
Or they're
use
trying to
women.
silence sex traffickers and malignant racists.
That's a separate topic. I don't think that's true, but
Oh man,
I
the
think
guy who admits and tells you the instructions of how he did sex trafficking is not guilty of sex trafficking, Andrew Tate?
no. I think that's just comedy. I mean, half of what he says
And
is
these are your
sarcasm.
biblical values, right?
And there's levels to biblical values. There's the gym. There's the get money, find a wife, and there's people.
What?
I mean, that's what he advocated, did he not? Get your
He
money.
was a misogynist. He was extremely. His dad was debatably, I think, like a Russian spy and like a chess uh, champion. But uh,
All he said that women shouldn't be able to be in rules of power. That's all he said,
that's
and that was his
it.
opinion.
Wow.
And he was like, he's got money, right? And he's like, look at just everyone type in top 10 female geniuses, and there's none. And the people that
Because you guys
were
have perpetuated them not being educated, to not have their own opportunities for decades, for millennia.
they have their own free will to do whatever they
They
need.
just got social. They just got fucking. They just got credit scores in like the 80s. We just decriminalized marital rape. We just criminalized it in 93.
Are you white knighting for women's rights? Put on
Yes.
put on the pink hat, bro. I want to see you at the women's march.
Sure, sure.
But like, and everyone knows this. There's the people that created the badass shit, Sir Isaac Newton, Galileo, Einstein. These are the people that created society. You look at the female inventors, or
Because
I
they've
guess,
been using masculinity and bullshit like Andrew Tate to oppress women this whole time.
but they can make stuff with their resources.
With
But
what resources? The resources we won't give them?
what they invented were like ice cream makers, coffee filters. What
No,
does that
they
do?
sent us to the moon. What are you talking about?
The you look at the things that men invented. It's the automobile, human flight, rocket ships, like real things, nuclear bombs. No, woman didn't do that. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think you're just simping for men because you were told to, and you don't see the obvious oppression that women have
It's
been
just this.
dealing with for millennia. And the second you stop giving them the task of being like a housewife without shoes, they're starting to achieve things. And we have multiple studies that show women are better performers in the C-suite than men. Companies are more profitable and more efficient and more productive when they're ran by women. So I think you're just wrong, and you're just alluding to some shitty tropes.
Don't get me wrong. I don't. I think women should be able to work. The question is, should they be able to rule? Should they be
They
able to
should.
govern?
Yes, they do great.
I, but like when you watch, you ever play Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You know that big chick that's the knight. That's like the one giant chick that's a cop. I mean, she's the only one that can really get shit done. But
You know that's
most of the
fantasy,
time,
right?
yeah. And they put these women in fantasy because they can't do it in real life.
What are
It's,
you talking about, dude?
it's like the same way like men they can't push babies out. The same way I don't think women should be able to fight in the wars. I don't think they should be able to rule our government.
Yeah.
I don't
By the
think
way,
they have.
Arya Stark was the most badass chick in that show. And person in general, honestly, she killed the Ice King. Remember? But yeah, I don't know. I think you're a silly goose. I think you've fallen for some red pill content that is extremely harmful to women. I think you're misogynist. I think that uh, just because Trump held a Bible up and said he loves God, you'll vote for anybody of that nature, even if they're Hitler. I bet. I bet you'll bow down and kiss his fucking feet. All he has to say that is he loves God and is against abortion or some shit, and you'll fall for it to the detriment of our economy, to the detriment of the well-being of the world and world peace. And I think it's a serious character flaw. I think you've been neutered of most like critical thinking, and I want you to know and acknowledge that despite the GOP ruining the economy and fucking things up every time they're in charge, you still chose them because they held up a fucking Bible. That's it.
Versus having transgenders on the front lawn of Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I
At
can
the
I can
Taffy
live.
Bot super chatted $5. Does caller know that women authors had to force themselves to be ghost emoji writers under men's names to achieve any form of popularity? Compare
True.
to other work.
It's true. Yeah, men constantly take and steal the work of women too throughout history. A really good example is the Monopoly game. A woman invented that game, and a man took it, rebranded it, and sold it, and made millions. Didn't give her a penny. But that's a very common theme.
Well, anyways, it's about to be 6 o'clock. I'm about to walk into the gym. My boy's about to be here, but good debate. I'll let another MAGA warrior carry the torch.
All right. Chat, tap the screen if you enjoy these debates. Give me a follow. Also, guys, there's a $40 kick fee if you guys are trying to kick somebody. It's $40.
At Cordova Labs super chatted $5. Ada Lovelace, the first computer programmer, Marie Curie and her discoveries related to radiation. I can go tit for tat for days. Bub.
W Cordova, W Taffy. Thank you. Yeah. Also, does anybody else still hear the static coming through my microphone? Yes. No static. Test. All right. Test. Is that a little better? I think I just did something. Friendly, please do get out of the box. I love all of you. But I just don't think I don't think it's good, especially after the fact, to bring a friendly up. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
If it's okay, can I carry on one of the points that the last guy had?
Sure.
So you guys were talking about the Iran war, and you were saying how it's impossible to take out certain infrastructure without harming innocent people. Oh, and I just have like a question. Would you friendly fire a squad to save a platoon?
I don't think so now.
Wait. Okay. Would you friendly fire a squad in order to save a platoon?
No, I think that
Do you
in every
understand
case.
what that?
Yes, I
Do you
think in
understand
every
like
case
what I'm
you should.
asking you?
Yes, I understand. Yes. No, I don't think that we should be making those types of sacrifices now.
Do you know what I mean by save?
Yeah. I mean, I can fire the actual like hypothetical back at you. It's not even hypothetical; it's real. But would you rather save 1.2 million people or 14 million people?
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather save the greater number, but let me try to rephrase this a little bit, like a better hypothetical. So let's say that there's one good guy, and inside, and he's in a compound that has the 10 bad guys who have access to nuclear bombs. Okay, all of them have access to one nuclear bomb. They have a button right there, right? Would you shoot a missile to obliterate the entire compound, which would guarantee the nuke doesn't get launched, in exchange for that one life that is a friendly but would be lost?
Possibly.
Okay, what would make it a possible scenario or a non-possible scenario?
If the nuke was actually imminent, being targeted, if there's going to be like long-term effects of the nuke, if they were a member of the U.S. military, they've effectively signed their life over. But if they're not, if they're civilians, I think it's a totally different story.
Okay, so I don't know what you mean by long-term. I mean, all nukes have radiation that will last, and let's say that
Yeah, but if it's hitting a
the
desert, I
nuke,
don't give a shit.
let's say these people want to nuke us. I mean, it could be a friendly country, it could be us. They want to, and they're interrogating the guy to try to get him to get the launch codes or whatever it might be. Would you, in that scenario, and let's just say it's an
If they're
innocent
U.S.
civilian.
service, if it's a
No, an
civilian, they're
innocent
not going to be
civilian.
working in the military.
I mean, no, just for the sake of the hypothetical, would you
Yeah, that's
obliterate the compound?
again, that's not a good like the reason you have to make up this magical scenario where magically a civilian is operating the nuclear
Well, I'm
codes
trying to
is
draw
the
a
only way it's going to work
correlation.
for you. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Bombing civilian infrastructure is against the Geneva Convention. It's a war crime. We should avoid
I
it
hear
every
you.
time. And
Listen,
what you're doing is
I'm
you're
very aware.
justifying it, and you're finding yourself in the shoes of a terrorist.
I'm very aware of where you're coming from, but I'm just curious, would you obliterate that compound and lose one human life in exchange to stop these hypothetical terrorists from launching a nuke?
Yes, and that is yes. In fact,
You would.
I probably would. I probably would.
Okay,
I
that's
wouldn't. I would
awesome.
do it even faster if it was a like military personnel. But what you're
You would
doing
do it
is
even
not congruent
faster?
to what's going on. Yes, if somebody signed
I
their
don't
life
know.
over,
I'm
knowing the
not gonna
risks
get
that they're
into
gonna,
that.
they could lose their life in service of their country, then yeah, I might do it faster. But if it's an innocent civilian, no. What I'm saying though is there is no perfect like tangible effect of doing this to civilian infrastructure right now. There is not a single thing you can point to that we got out of it. In fact, the terms are now worse for us to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The terms are now worse for us to get rid of their nuclear materials. They're asking for more and more and more, and it's getting harder and harder to negotiate. So this is not what's happening. What we're doing is we're basically putting so much uh, uh, pressure on the well-being of regular everyday people. These aren't people that have launch codes. These are people that are just there pretty much in a military state who really don't have like much say in how their government operates at all. And we're just punishing them. We're torturing them. We're making
Well,
them
it's just a
starve.
hypothetical to
No, this is
just
what's
create
happening.
common
This isn't a
ground. I mean, yes,
hypothetical.
but yeah, I mean, just my point was a bit different from yours. And then, are you aware of the nuclear fail-safe options that are made to deter, but could have world-ending effects, such as Russia's dead hand, Israel's Samson option, and our own fail-safe options? You're
Yeah,
aware
like
of
if
these
someone
things, right?
launches at us, we immediately launch back. Yeah,
Yes. Okay, so we can agree that launching a nuke would be effectively the end of the world.
sure.
Okay, so
Depends on where it lands, though.
why would we carry the risk of ending the world if it means that thousands or in some case millions may die in order to ensure the safety of humanity?
What I would have to grant you, which is not true, is that Iran has even a system to deliver a nuke to us or to a country that has the same like capacity. They're friends with Russia, so they're not doing that to Russia.
Iran,
Uh,
okay.
they're friends with China. They're not going to be doing it to China. So I don't
They're
know,
gonna be
man.
doing it to Israel or us.
I
Of
don't
course,
think
right?
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be doing it to us. I don't
Well,
think
if they
that.
do,
And by
if
the
they do
way, they
launch
don't
it.
have the means. By the way, they don't have the
Right now they
means.
don't.
No, right. And the only reason they were even close at 60% enrichment was because of Trump. So he doesn't get points for fucking up the world economy for trying to fix what he fucked up.
Well, I'm still on my hypothetical because like my point is going to take
We don't need a
just a little bit more
hypothetical.
logic.
We don't need any
I mean,
hypotheticals. Like
yes,
I
yes.
will engage, but we don't need one because in this exact scenario, that's not happening.
Well, I kind of do in order to get my point across. So I hope you can tolerate me a little bit longer. But so if the entire world is risked by them launching a nuke, and we do have instances where Iran has came out and has admitted that they want to build a nuke and that they are enriching uranium, and we do have satellite imagery of nuclear facilities being made, and we do have actual evidence along with scientists that Iran is trying to build a nuke. And these people have openly expressed their want to nuke Israel, their want to nuke America. Then I do think until
They
they
haven't
get
said
better
that.
leadership, yes, they have. You can
No,
look
they
it up.
haven't.
You want to look that up?
Yeah. Iran has never threatened to use nuclear weapons against any country.
No, expressed want to. Or what was it? Death to America?
Yeah, that's
So
not
if you say
nuclear.
death to America, I mean, how are they going to kill all of America?
Well, first of
But
all,
I
it's
mean,
disdain for the U.S. government. So you're really stretching here, right? They haven't expressed threats of a
well,
nuke.
why else would they want a nuke?
Okay, that's first of all to do trade. So
They want a nuke to do trade?
yes, yes. If you knew anything about how the Iran nuclear deal happened and what was in it for them, yes, you would understand that the JCPOA allowed them to trade and for us to lift sanctions with the surrounding countries, for them to trade with the EU, so that their economy could flourish. And they would much prefer to have a flourishing economy than have a nuke. And by the way, a nuke is so far out of reach, especially a delivery system. They would have to have 500 billion to 900 billion dollars to create a nuke. Their GDP is 400 billion dollars.
With all due respect, I mean, we're both not nuclear scientists, so let's not speculate anything about that.
I am literally
Oh,
just going off of intel. So no, I don't need to be a nuclear
you're going
scientist.
off of
You
public
need to be a
source,
nuclear
like
scientist then
basic.
to say that they're a nuclear threat, right? In the same coin?
Well, yes, because they have nuclear
Okay.
scientists, they were working towards enrichment, and they were working towards a nuke. If
No,
in
they
their
were they,
current
they were enriching
standpoint,
uranium because Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA. Do you know what the JCPOA is?
I mean, yes, I'm
What
aware
were the
of
terms
a
of the
lot of this is Trump's
JCPOA?
fault, but we do need to. I mean, I do want to mainly stick to my hypothetical. I mean, I'm
I'm
aware
good.
that
This is
Trump
my
is
channel. You
slightly
can stick to my
responsible.
line of dialogue if that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
Well,
So
I would like to finish my hypothetical first, if
your
that's okay.
hypothetical is silly. It's not even a hypothetical. It's congruent with what's going on. But what more do you have to add to your hypothetical? Like
Okay.
I could make a hypothetical. If there was if Trump wanted to
Well,
kill
it's
everybody and ruin the whole world, would you vote for him or would you vote for Kamala? Like, it's not
well, I
a
mean, it's just one more point I would like to add on to like bring my whole thing together. In their current attitude, in their current belief, and you yourself have said that there's problems with ultra religious people. You said that to the last guest.
Mhm.
In their current standpoint, they do not have a clear understanding of humanity, and they do not have a clear understanding of what it means. I believe they do not have a clear understanding of what it means to have or launch a nuke. In the name of jihad, in the name of Islamic expansion, which I mean, we can get into that, but I mean, probably shouldn't. It is in their current state, they do not have the judgment to safely and capably handle a nuke. I mean, they have openly expressed death to Mark Bar America, Mark Bar Israel.
again,
They openly
you're
have
misrepresenting
explained
that, by the way.
civilian
Time
civilian
Magazine did a really good
casualties.
Time Magazine did a really good thing on this. They went and interviewed people in Iran, and death to America meant down to America, even more so before this
Mark
most
Bar.
recent. Yeah, Al Akbar.
When they say Mark Bar, do you know what Mark Bar means?
What does it mean?
You don't speak Arabic, right?
No.
Mark Bar means death. Mark Bar means essentially
Okay.
victory over in war.
Yeah. Okay. So when you actually ask the civilians what that actually means, it means down with America. And do you know why they said that?
Okay.
Do you know why
No,
they said that?
that's not what it means. If you want, you can go to Google Translate and you can type in mark bar. It doesn't mean down with. I mean, maybe in like some like certain contextual twisting the words, like completely subjective understanding, but no,
No,
that is not what mark bar means.
when we talk about what they mean when they say that, it's basically them saying we hate America because of what they did in 1953. We hate them because they installed a brutal
What they did
dictator.
in 1953
Yes, are you
in
familiar?
Iran, we
Yes.
gave them Islamic expansion. What are you talking about? We installed the Shah. They are, if anything, they are surely grateful that we installed a Shah. They were a flourishing
dictator.
country. Yes, we installed a Shah of Iran.
Yeah.
We made them the Islamic
and they
Republic of Iran. They
overthrew
were
him.
secular before.
Yeah, and they overthrew him. So the pendulum swung
No,
very far
they
right.
installed him. Wait, are we talking about Iran?
Yes.
The 1963, it was
53.
in 53. It was 63. The 1963
What?
coup of Iran. We can look this up.
It's 53, bud.
I'm pretty sure it's 63. I'm 99% sure.
It's right here.
Okay, all right. Oh, shucks. But the 1953 coup of Iran, we installed a Shah. We installed the Islamic Republic. We did not remove the Islamic Republic. They were secular before. They were a flourishing country.
I didn't
and
make
we
any of those claims.
installed it.
I said we installed a dictator. Yeah.
Yes, we installed it. They are grateful that we installed the Shah of Iran. Do you not understand that?
Yeah, that's not good.
Because they're Islamic. Yes, it's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. But they are grateful that we installed the Islamic
Yeah,
Republic.
yes. You admit he's a dictator, right?
Yes. Well, monarch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine being American and Iran installing an Iranian president here in the United States. Would you be chill about that? For 20 years?
If I was an ultra Christian and he installed the Pope, yeah, I probably would be grateful. If you do look at these things, they are Islamic. He installed Sharia law. They fulfilled their religious obligation by installing the Shah into Iran. So no, if you look,
did they have free and fair elections?
You see people crying that the Shah of Iran died. You don't see like the civilians going and protesting. The ones that do go and protest, they experience, some life-ending scenarios.
Yeah, I'm sure some people were sympathetic. Some people will probably cry when Trump dies too, but he is a dictator.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dictator and a horrible person, but again, you do not see the civilians, or you at least do not see the Islamic right, quote-unquote, right-wing establishment celebrating. You only see like the fringe anti-Islamic
the brutal torture of people, like of political dissidents and journalists and students, or anybody left or Islamic
people.
They just killed all those people that shot.
They
should have been grateful for that. You're right. They should
grateful
have been super stoked about
no
extrajudicial killings. What the Shah did. You're talking about they should have been grateful for the Shah?
No, they are grateful for the Shah. Whether they should be or not is a completely different thing. The vast majority of people in Iran are grateful that the Shah is in power as opposed to a secular government because they are Islamic. Do you understand?
Are you talking about the
Sharia
Shah
law.
we installed?
No, the Shah we installed was in 53.
And he was in power until 79, right?
I don't know when he died. I think there's been like
he was in power in 79.
Now.
He was overthrown in 79.
Yeah, they're grateful.
No, they're not grateful that happened. There was a literal revolution. There was a literal revolution. It was overthrown. He was killing anybody who was a dissident. That was not something they were grateful about.
In 73?
79.
In 79. Yeah, they reinstalled like an Islamic power. I mean, I don't know. I thought we were still like on the current track that like today. Are you talking about back then or are you talking about today?
I'm talking about back then. I'm talking about what we did to them for them to start screaming death to America for 50 years or down with America for 50 years.
Well, I mean, yeah, what we did was absolutely horrible. We should have never done that. I'm not against that.
Oh my God, dude.
But I'm talking about today. Today they are grateful that there is an Islamic ruler and definitely in no way ungrateful.
So you're talking about the
That-
Ayatollah right now.
Yes, the Shah.
Okay.
Yes.
What's up, Oslo?
Hey there. How's it going, everyone?
It's going good. You want to add something to this, Oslo?
Well, I was just gonna ask user real quick, and then I'll drop back down because I know your format. But I was just gonna ask user when people said "fuck Joe Biden," what did they mean by that?
I think they mean they wanted to get in bed with Joe Biden and do that.
Is that it? That's a literal. People wanted to put their member inside of Joe Biden's butthole.
I mean, I think we both know what they meant. Can you like cut
Okay.
to the
Oh,
point?
interesting.
But it was
what about
something
when
that-
somebody?
But
what about
it's
when
something that
somebody
doesn't
says-
directly translate to having sex with Joe Biden. That
So
doesn't
we
make
weren't
sense.
saying destroy Joe Biden. So I'm just curious where this equivalence is going.
Well, I have more questions. Like, if someone was to say, "Oh man, that's sick, dude," do you think that they meant like that thing was actually ill and like vomiting and stuff, or what?
I'm confused. Are you conflating like slogan with actual like?
Colloquial.
Slogans.
It's called
Grammar?
colloquial. Yes, colloquial meanings.
So
Yeah.
you're conflating.
It's like
slogan with
sometimes the
grammar.
use of a word doesn't directly translate. For example, there's no English word for the feeling of longing for a place you've never been. There's not a single word in the English language for that feeling. But in Germany, in the German language, they have the word Fernweh, which conveys the feeling of longing for a place you've never been. We don't have an English word for that. Sometimes when translating from one language to another, there's not a direct one-to-one. And sometimes when translating, like for example, English to another language, when someone says, "That's sick, dude," somebody who's learning English for the first time might be like, "I'm confused why someone just said that I'm throwing up, vomiting."
Okay, so are you claiming to have more authority over me in Arabic?
No,
No,
I'm
I'm not
saying that
claiming that
you're
at all.
being disingenuous or being dishonest when I say there was a colloquial meaning when they said down to America, death to America. They hate the American government. That's what I'm
They
saying.
do hate the American government, and I'm sure they
Yeah,
hate
like
the
sometimes
American
when you
people,
when
too.
you translate a word, it doesn't mean. Sometimes it can mean death. Sometimes it can mean to bring something to an end.
Are either
And
of you
both,
bilingual?
and that one word in that language can mean both of those things. And depending on how it's used, it will mean death or bringing an end to in different circumstances. You
Are
gotta
either of you
understand that
bilingual?
you're just being intentionally silly.
I think there's a disconnect. Are either of you bilingual?
I speak a little bit of Spanish.
Like, what do you mean a little bit? Like, are you fluent? Do you have
I'm
fluent
not fluent.
conversations
I
with
took
natives?
3 years of it, but are you just saying if I'm not fluent in another language, I don't have a means of reading that the colloquial term of what they said does
No, I
not
mean-
exactly mean to kill everybody in America?
I'll get to my point, but like, do you have like conversations with locals in your in Spanish?
Very little.
Okay, so you understand that slogan, or is very individual to the language, right? Like, there's
I don't
many
think you're
slogans
saying.
and-
I don't think you're using slogan right. I think you're already
You
off to a
mean
bad
s-
start.
he means
To be an
slang. He's
authority
trying to
in
say
some sort of
slang,
language conversation, you're off to a bad start, man.
slang. So are you aware
Slogan.
that slang is very different in different languages?
Yeah. Do you
Okay.
admit that Iran could have some slang?
Yes, I'm just curious. So that would, his point is that, that their slang is, they're using some sort of slang. I'm just curious. Can you show me
No, that's not my
anything
point
where
at
that
all.
slang is actually getting used?
No, that's not my point at all. My point is that sometimes words are used that for different things that might not necessarily be the exact
That's
literal
called slang.
translation into another language.
Do you see what this headline
That's
says?
called slang.
That's not slang at
That's-
all.
Death to America
America
means
means
death
death
to
to-
U.S. leaders.
I'm confused. Is Daily Wire like the god of knowledge or something? I mean,
No,
I don't understand what
I'm.
authority
This can be a
holds.
few. I can give you a few different references for this. Is there a God of knowledge that I need to be looking for?
No.
Can you point to me
Well,
to a
the god
fucking God of
is
knowledge?
logic, no? The god of knowledge is logic.
Yeah, and using logic, I can tell that these people went and interviewed people and asked them, what does it mean? Do they feel violent towards regular, everyday Americans? No, that's not what they mean. That's what my logic fucking tells me.
Where was this interview held?
The U.S.'s wicked enemy, United States, the Zionists, and Israel, and the reactionary regimes of the region. This was, I mean, people went to Iran, and
So they have one person. They have one 79-year-old.
no, this is multiple people.
Hold on, user. Did you take
I'm only
NyQuil
saying
today or
one
something? What's
person.
going on? Why are you so
Oh,
low
there-
energy?
I mean, I'm doing something else right now. Oh, I'm multitasking.
Oh, is that hard? That's tough for you.
They don't mean it personally. Yeah, this is a trend I keep seeing. That's from ABC. I'm sorry this is happening to you, man. I'm sorry that you need an enemy to justify a war in another country.
Do you know any Arabic speakers? Do you have any Arabic panelists or any Arabic friends
I
you
think we
could
could
ask
bring
to come up
Geeky.
here?
I don't know what Geeky. I feel like she speaks Arabic.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, bud. I only have a second. I just had one quick question for user. Hey, Oslo.
Hey,
User,
I'm gonna go. So I don't want to overwhelm your panel. I'm gonna go. Love you guys.
All right, girl.
No,
Love you.
I'm only gonna be for 1 second.
That's okay. I was only
okay,
staying
yeah,
for a sec too. It's all right.
Okay. Hi, user. Just a quick question. What does the word jihad mean in Arabic?
Jihad
Yeah.
means Islamic expansion.
No. Wrong. Try again.
What do you mean? Try again.
That's not what it means.
Okay. Do you mean like in a grammatical sense, or like what do you mean?
What does the word jihad mean?
It means law.
Nope. Try again.
Okay. What definition are you using?
I'm not using a definition. I'm asking you, since you're asking for someone who speaks Arabic, I'm asking you, as a person who clearly does not speak Arabic, what the word means.
Dude,
Yeah,
you just got it wrong twice, and you're
there's
going
a
to tell me there's
couple-
only
there's a
one
couple
meeting to what
definitions.
the slogan "Death to America."
Yeah, there's a couple definitions for
Perfect.
the word jihad.
I'm glad you're.
There's that.
There's not many
Google says
definitions for
struggle
the
or
word
striving.
but-
Google, that's what Google says.
So
Google?
so allow me to help you out here. I have an uncle named Jihad, and my uncle is not named Holy War, even though most people in English assume that the word jihad only means holy war. Now, there are contexts where the word jihad can mean, I assume that you're teacupping because you really want to Google this. I don't know if you're away from the app and you can't hear me, but I'll try to explain it anyways. That word can mean a sort of war that is spiritual. That's really more of the accurate term, a war that is related to spirituality. But really, and especially in the more direct Arabic translation, it means that you're striving towards something. You're somebody who survives, that you're a fighter. That's what that word means. That's why my uncle was named that. And I mean, he's 70 years old. He was named that quite some time ago. But that's what that word means. But if we were you, it could only mean, that word could only mean one thing. It could never mean anything else. It could never be used colloquially in Arabic to mean other words. And in English, it would only have one definition. So is that true about words, that they only have one definition, or that they can only be used in one way? And because you were asking about Arabic, and by the way, you keep asking about, you keep asking about Arabic, which I'm not sure why you keep asking about Arabic, because in Iran they speak Persian.
Okay.
Why are you laughing? And you don't even know the language that you're talking
different
about.
Dialects for different
You literally
areas.
don't. You literally don't even know the. It's not Arabic.
Yes,
they don't
it is.
speak
It's a
Arabic in
minority.
Iran. They don't speak Arabic in Iran. You idiot.
I'm literally, I can't believe you actually just said that.
They don't speak Arabic in Iran.
Let's
You
look that
fucking
up.
moron. They speak
He's
Farsi.
looking it up.
They speak Farsi.
Farsi isn't. Okay.
Farsi is part of Persian. It's not part of Arabic. It is not in Arabic. It is not an Arabic dialect. It is part of Persian. It's Persian. Farsi is Persian. It's not Arabic, you idiot.
And Matt, you are technically correct. For people saying that it's correctly called Farsi, calling it Persian is correct. Locally, they call it Farsi.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Are Persians a minority in Iran?
What?
Are Persians a minority in Iran?
Are you talking about the person? Like the
Persian,
demographic Persian?
Persian. Yes, are Persians a minority?
What does this have to do with what language they speak?
Because it's a minority language for a minority people. It's like saying that
No, it's
Spanish is
not.
the declared language in
Persians.
America.
No,
Oh
Persians
my God.
are the people who make up. Oh my God. What was Iran called before it was called Iran?
There's like a couple of dynasties. I mean, I'm
No, there
confused.
was only literally one thing that it was called before it was called Iran, like majorly. What was it called?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, you.
No, I don't need to spew. I just don't know. You clearly don't know
Yeah, like
history. You don't know language. You don't know shit.
in
So
what
why the fuck are you
timeline?
lecturing picture? Why the fuck are you lecturing pickles about any of this shit, bro?
In what timeline?
In all of them, it's been called Persia because every single person who lives in Iran who is native to the land is Persian.
Yeah, I
Every
mean,
single one of them, all 82 million of those people who are native to Iran, they're all Persian, unless they
oh
moved
my
there from
God.
somewhere else. I know, right? Oh my God, I
No,
can't believe how dumb you are. I know, right?
you're
You're so
spewing so
stupid.
much shit and you're not even letting me get
The
a chance to
majority of the
respond.
population speaks Persian as an official language. Are you going to say something otherwise, or are you just dancing around some bullshit?
Yeah, yeah. Again, Persian's a minority, Farsi is a minority. I mean, I'm just
Oh, really? What language
Is
do they
this
speak?
really?
What's the majority language then? What's the majority language they speak?
What
This is news to me.
the fuck?
Bro, come on, get the fuck out of here, dude. You didn't even know it was Farsi. You didn't even know you
what,
don't know any of this shit.
60
Get
to
the fuck out of here.
61% of the population.
That's not a minority, right?
That would be solidly the majority by a lot.
The fuck?
And by the way, Azerbaijanis are literally the geographic adjacent area. That's Azerbaijan is geographically adjacent. It's basically the same ish area.
Uh,
Bro, we're so cooked. I can't. I honest to God, I can't. Oh my God. Anyways, I really do have to go, friend. I just really had to say that. So I love you,
dude, I
bud.
appreciate it, dude. I love you too. Smoochies.
Okay, catch you later.
All right. Chat, if you guys haven't followed Matt, you need to. Matt's great, and he has zero patience for anybody, which is great sometimes. I love it.
The
I
Persian language is literally an Arabic dialect.
and
then
is it a
what was-
minority
what-
or a majority?
the Persian language?
Yes.
What was it? It's a minority in the north.
What about the whole country? I don't know when we started talking about exclusively the North.
Oh, it is probably a majority.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I was wrong about like that little fact, but my point still holds. They're jihadists and they shouldn't have nukes because they're going to end the world if they have a nuke.
All right, then we shouldn't have voted for Trump because he gave them the incentive to want to enrich uranium.
They give them the incentive to?
Yes.
How do you give them the incentive?
When he pulled us out of the JCPOA and put sanctions back on them, they said, well, fuck you. We're going to start enriching uranium so that you come back to the negotiation table and lift those sanctions again.
I'm confused. Why do we owe them like the rights to not have sanctions? Like I'm confused.
Because
like,
we're the
they
ones who gave them
terrorize their own
sanctions.
citizens. They're an Islamic republic. I mean, they slaughtered so many of their own citizens. Like
When?
what do you mean when?
With the Shah that we installed?
Recently, this year, in the beginning of the year,
no.
they slaughtered
You're
like 20
so
to 30,000
fucking
Iranians.
First of all, that's another Trump lie that embarrassingly I'm going to have to correct you on. Don't bring
There's
piss to a
literally
shit fight.
videos of it.
Yeah, there's not a video of them counting to 30,000, right?
I mean, so you think it's like some sort of CIA ploy or something?
Actually, it was. We
Okay.
and Israel sent a trained group of people to go protest and try to coup their government, and they got fucking killed. And it was about 9,000. It was about 9,000. Okay. Trump says it was 52,000. But it was like 9,000. Okay, Iran doesn't even say it was 50,000 or 30,000. They say it was like 7, and then the UN says 9.
Okay, so 9,000 Iranians were killed by their own government.
Yeah,
and
because we sent them there on a mission to overthrow their government. Yes.
We sent them there?
Yes.
So we sent these citizens. So
yes.
Where did we send them from?
I think they were outsiders, but even if they weren't, we trained them to do a coup.
We trained them for a coup to protest? Yes. That was a coup?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the thing is, what you're saying is speculative, and your authority would have to...
It's not speculative.
Yes, it is. I mean, do you have any evidence that we sent these people there and they didn't just kill 9,000 of their own citizens because they were protesting?
And by the way, we're killing citizens, right? We're killing citizens. So are we killing citizens because we care about their citizens? What are we doing?
We're not killing citizens because they protest. I mean, there's a couple, like...
We're killing citizens because they're ruining...
Less than 50 instances. Like, and there've been all, like...
We just bombed their desalination in their fucking port. The bridges that lead to their ports. That will lead to deaths. We're also strangling Cuba. We're killing civilians. So when do we get bombed now?
You have to kill a couple innocents in order to guarantee the survival of the human race. I mean, that's kind of my whole point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, do you not understand that? Well, I mean, I don't understand.
So now it's cool to U.S. service members, service members, citizens and protest of the protesters demonstrating against while Iranian state government and officials frequently accused the U.S. and Israel of instigating or fueling the protests. Independent human rights organization reports confirmed the casualties were local citizens targeted by Iranian security forces during domestic crackdowns. So that's what Iran says. More than 2,000 people reporting killing. And Trump says help is on the way. And by the way, they all hate us now because Trump didn't deliver on that. Iran protests. Guys, we do 1v1s up here. Estelle, I don't know if you're a friendly or a debate, but if you're coming up here trying to debate me, you're going to have to wait. If you're a friendly and you have something, you're welcome to whatever. Yeah, I'm sure he's pro-life.
I mean, I don't know what she could be reading to, like,
some of disprove.
Both. I mean, you have to kill some civilians in order to ensure that they don't make a nuke. I don't understand what's so.
That doesn't do it. And by the way, it's not preventing that, right? So have they given concessions to stop building a nuke?
Well, no. If we keep bombing them until eventually they get a good leader, you know, they start to assimilate more with Western or even Eastern values. Then eventually, we can just leave them to their own.
Can you give me the pipeline of killing civilians to them getting a good leader? How does that work?
Okay, yeah. So they make a nuclear facility. We bomb that nuclear facility. We bomb all their critical infrastructure to help ensure that that nuclear facility works. We bomb all of their military, and then, you know, eventually, if we keep doing that,
none of that needs to involve civilians.
Adapt in a different way.
None of that involves... By the way, we've done all of this. We've claimed to have bombed all of that, right?
No. If we bomb their military, we're going to have to also bomb civilians. It's not like these military compounds are out in the middle of the nowhere begging.
I'm not talking about military compounds. I'm talking about civilian infrastructure.
Yeah, if we don't want them to make a nuke, we got to cut off their power. We have to cut off like
and water.
To clean water.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah, if they're all dead, they won't make a nuke. That's true.
You need ultra clean water to make a nuke.
Okay, but still, you need to live, too. You need water to live.
You think that was their only sulfonation plant?
You mean desalination?
Desalination.
Desalination.
I don't know the proper pronunciation. I'm sure that wasn't their only one. I'm sure that they're not all going to and even then they do have access to lakes and stuff and reservoirs. It's not like that their only plan was
Alright.
the desalination thing.
All right, dude. Yeah. So again, we're not even 1 inch closer to stopping them from getting a nuke or anything like that since November, since we did the bunker busters. So I think that your point is moot. I think that what you're saying, killing civilians and fucking up their infrastructure and fucking up their bridges that led to ports that allow them to get fucking food and medicine, has nothing to do with them stopping them to do denuclearization or even making a promise to. I think that's a red line they're not even willing to make a promise on. Anything short than a 1 million man ground invasion is not going to do fucking anything to overthrow the government. And even if we do somehow overthrow the government, there's not a single person alive other than the son of the Shah, who is wildly unpopular, that is going to be both pro-Israel and pro-Western or Eastern ideologies. This is a giant pipe dream. And by the way, they're going to be streaming Death to America for another 50 years because of Trump. So this has in fact made it more dangerous for us.
No, I mean, I think we actually have made plenty of progress from stopping them to get a nuke. I do think that getting rid of their critical infrastructure, taking out a lot of their military, eliminating a lot of their scientists, destroying these nuclear facilities, I do actually think that that was a lot of progress. I do think that realistically, we're just going to have to keep repeating this until eventually they get a better government.
I don't think that's what's happening, right? Like we were this close to making an arrangement to give them from the Gulf states or Gulf countries $300 billion for them just to open the Strait of Hormuz and to maybe pinky promise with maybe oversight of IAEA to go back into what looks like just about the same thing that the JCPOA was. So I don't think that what you're saying is true. I think that we're out of missiles, we're out of ammunition. We're in dire straits if China and Russia are both looking at us, licking their lips. We have no recourse. If
Russia is not looking at us licking our lips.
Yeah?
Not licking their lips. Are you kidding me? I mean, Russia's getting decimated in Ukraine.
Yeah, and they're going, oh dang, oil prices are so high right now that the U.S. is lifting
Russia
sanctions so that
is.
we can fucking trade oil and become rich again.
I mean, I'm sure that Russia would, I mean, what was it? Iran would, love better relations with Russia, but I mean, they're still going through like massive droughts. I don't think that this is harming our economy at all. I mean, maybe in like very minuscule ways.
Every
I do
economic
think,
metric's upside down. Name one that's not.
I mean, no, I didn't explain this to you, but the only real profiters or like the only real losses or that happened was these major oil companies decided to take an increased profit. The reality is only like 3 cargo ships were hit. None of them caused any massive losses in oil. All this was just increases due to emotion.
Yeah, that's what
The
happens.
only real profiters
That's
were
what happens.
Exxon.
Yeah, and that's what
Exxon
that's what
is
happens
like
in
an American
capitalism, man.
company.
Deal with it, cope. And the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, and those few ships that did get bombed have made oil tankers uninsurable. Nobody will insure a single tanker coming from Europe or anything of that nature to go to the Strait of Hormuz right now. It's too risky.
Yeah, probably because these tankers are carrying like millions of tanks. I mean, millions of oil tanks.
Oh wow!
Like insane amounts.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I got my point across. I mean, like we need to keep bombing them. Bombing them isn't a bad thing, and this isn't going
It's
to
not
get
doing
fixed from
anything. The head of the
diplomacy.
Navy already said there's literally no use in bombing them anymore. There's nothing left to bomb.
Well, I didn't know that the head of the Navy is all of a sudden a like genius decision maker or something.
He's the fucking head of the Navy. Yeah.
The Navy has barely even been used in this. This has been like an entire air campaign. The only thing the
Who do you
Navy's been
think
doing,
carries the aircraft over there?
yes, exactly, aircraft carriers. That's like the only thing. Other than that, this has been an entire air campaign.
You
There
know the
hasn't been like a
Navy
single
has aircraft,
torpedo.
right?
What?
The Navy has aircraft, right? You know that,
Yes,
right?
this has been an entire air campaign.
Oh, bud. Oh, bud.
I mean, this isn't going to get fixed from diplomacy. They're just going to have to keep bombing them, and this like idea that diplomacy is going to work. I mean, until they get better decision making, until they have a
Yeah,
better
I think until we
leader or
get better
better
decision
government.
making, until we have a regime change, there will never be a negotiation made. I think that's the biggest problem. I think Trump, a clown, the least diplomatic person alive, and sending his son-in-law to do negotiations is not the most ideal thing. I just don't see that being the best thing.
I don't know. I don't think that diplomacy is like a real solution
It
until like
was.
they get better.
It worked great with Obama. Just turns
I
out you just
seriously
need
doubt.
somebody that doesn't post fucking memes and talks cash shit. Fucking WWE rap battle level shit in the middle of negotiations. Maybe that would work.
I seriously doubt that is actually a real point. I mean, like,
Really?
yes. I do not think that Iran is like in any way, shape, or form like actually wanted to consolidate with us just because we were sending them a lot of money. When was the bunker built? The bunker was built during the Biden administration. Like, I mean, it's not like they actually like gave a fuck. I mean, we were just a bunch of fucking burgers, or like, what's the expression? Kind of idiots just sending them billions of dollars in cash, sending jihads billions of dollars in cash. When in reality, we should have just switched off our government. We should have like already been fixed that stuff.
I know that's a fun talking point for y'all, but it was $1.7 billion of their own money. You talk about what Obama sent?
Yeah.
You poor sweet spirit. But $300 billion is a way better deal. That's cool now that Trump wants to do that.
Trump is offering $300 billion for them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not as nuanced as you described it. There's definitely some sort of factors that would be implemented, like, probably a complete replacement of their government.
No, that's
What-
not part of it.
So what's the deal? They say
The
that
deal
they're
is
gonna stop
gone
sending
now,
nukes.
but the memorandum of understanding had nothing to do with regime change. Sorry, bud.
Okay, so this $300 million deal you're talking about, billion, was we tell them to stop building nukes, and then we just give them the money just like that. I mean, I'm
Yes.
sure that
Yes, JD
I
Vance described
seriously
it as
doubt
a
that's real.
reward, but like some sort of a reward, like based on performance. Yes.
A reward based on performance,
Yes.
meaning that there would have to be some performance for us to measure over a period of
Yes,
time, right?
with the IAEA. Do you know what the
So how
IAEA
long?
is?
No, I actually don't. Wait, no, that's the international. That's the place that. What was that? They observe nuclear. I
Close
forgot
enough.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to drawing, dude. Oh man, bro's completely uninvolved and nonchalant about and being wrong the entire time. Hello, are you a Trump supporter? You're not a Trump supporter.
Oh, that was an accident. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Most people I'm talking to missing grit. Yeah, I agree. It was a payoff to get Trump out of the war. I agree about that. Fuck my life, dude. Chat, there was also there's a Cash App and Venmo and PayPal in the bio. If you guys are trying to support the stream, we are community driven, and it's $40 to kick a guest. House Pickles. Pickles is doing good. She's doing much better. She is chipper and very happy. And she is taking her medicine. She's eating now. She ate her whole breakfast today, which is good. What happened to Pickles? She went to the hospital because she had blood in her urine. We raised some funds yesterday. You guys helped me out so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, she's doing much better. We did hit the goal from yesterday. We did. You guys are awesome. RC's other account got a full ban. Oh no. What up, Chef Danny? Chat, I'm cortisol maxing today on these motherfuckers. Cortisol maxing today. Largest air forces in the world go to U.S. Air Force, U.S. Navy, and Russia and China. More like cortisol mogging. So true. Chat, don't forget to follow the stream if you enjoy these debates. We've got 50 followers today. It was actually me that made him crash out so hard, give him that ban, badge of honor. Oh, I love that, Oslo. I fucking love that, dude. Guys, I banned that fucking lady who kept trying to say, oh, boring, let me come up, let me come up. Fucking shut up. I don't come to your fucking job telling you to let me fucking in. Get the fuck out of here. Pickles in Oslo, guys. Oslo and I have hung out in real life, and I didn't have my hand up his butt. I promise. Chad, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. Why are you a Republican or a Libertarian or GOP or whatever version of regressive politics you go by. Hello.
Hey.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Is this where I missed the debate?
Sure.
LeBron or Michael Jordan?
I don't follow sports. All right. All right. Ever think that these Christian Trumpers have forgotten what would Jesus do? I think they're just all super manipulatable. It's literally crazy the line they're willing to cross for somebody who just says they love Jesus. Any follow up on DBZ villain likenesses to ops? Ooh. I want to say that last guy. Who was that last guy? What's with the guy in the bath thing? I don't know. Max gonna have huge water bills. So true.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you doing?
Doing all right. Wait, are you standing next to an AC unit?
Yes, I am. I'll turn it off right now. Hold on. I gotta reach it, and I'm like in a very bad, awkward situation. God damn it! I was drinking last night. Don't mind me. 1 second. I'm sorry. All right. That better?
There you go.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? You still simping for people who say they love Jesus?
Simping.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Keep it nice.
That's what it is, dude. That's what it is.
No, ask me anything, man. You say Trump sucks. Why does he suck?
There's not a metric you can point to that's doing good right now, and it is solely because of Trump. Very uniquely, as compared to like other U.S. presidents, we're talking like he alone from the Oval Office has made decisions to make the world worse, the economy worse, the world less peaceful, all of our allies to hate us. Not a single thing you can point to that's tangible is better for anybody, I don't think, besides him and his friends.
So you said he does stuff to make our allies hate us. I wouldn't say hate us. I'd say hate him.
No, us. I mean, as hate our country, I guess.
Well, I mean, if Trump ties into our country, which he does, then, I mean, that's not really...
He's the head diplomat.
Yeah, well, he, not you and I, you know what I mean? We're the average American.
My feelings aren't hurt. I feel like their hatred towards our country is justified. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm not talking about
absolutely.
that.
Well, I mean, it seems like it.
No, I'm talking about like, hey, if another president wants to come in and do a like trade deal, or ask for a concession from one of our allies, like, hey, Canada, do you want to help bolster the border? They're gonna tell us to go fuck yourself. They're gonna say, hey, remember Trump? Go fuck yourself. Or when we talk to Denmark and say, hey, we really like your fucking Legos, or we need some eggs. Can you send us some eggs? They're gonna say, no, remember when you tried to invade Greenland? Remember that?
Well, he didn't try to invade. He tried to buy it.
He's still making very serious efforts to
Buy
slowly
it,
do
not
it.
invade.
No, he's talking about taking it by force.
Oh, well, I mean, he knows that Canada's strong enough to not let that happen, so he's not going to do that.
It's not Canada's.
Well, who's between us and Greenland? And who?
They are a NATO ally, so yeah, all of NATO might come and join. Yeah, so all of NATO doesn't know whose side they're on. You're right.
So are you saying NATO might turn against us and then also join Iran and all these other countries that hate us?
No, they're not going to join Iran, but debatably, we're the ones joining the axis of evil, right? Like, we're friends with all the dictators, Trump is.
Realistically, every country in the world couldn't take on America at the same time. Like,
we
would
can't
win.
even fucking beat Iran. What are you talking about?
Well, obviously, but Iran can't beat us either. It's a stalemate.
They're winning.
But they're not going to win.
They are going to win. All they have to do is survive.
Right. All we have to do is survive, and it's a stalemate. That's what
it's not a stalemate. We are out all of our missiles. Our military is depleted.
No.
What do you mean?
You said our military's depleted?
Our munitions and our missiles, yes.
Nah, dude.
What do you mean, nah? It's the truth.
Dude, we have so much.
You're not saying anything when you say that.
Much.
We are literally, notably, out of ammo. We're very low, critically low on ammo.
You don't think we have enough factories to make more? We don't think we have enough resources to make more?
A lot of these things are like a 3-year timeline.
You don't think we have 100 million reserves waiting?
No, we're talking about that when it comes to reserves and everything.
You're saying we're low?
It takes time. Yes, it takes years to replenish. Yes.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But in that meantime, we're probably not going to want to do anything. And Trump knows this.
Wow, that's a brilliant take, man.
And Trump knows this.
No, what if China wanted to go invade Thailand right now? I mean, not Thailand.
Taiwan?
Taiwan.
We would send our fucking ships from Hawaii with nukes saying, I fucking dare you. That's what we would do.
With nukes?
With nukes, yes, we have nukes in the Pacific. I hate to break your bubble, burst your bubble, but we have nukes in the Pacific.
Does China have nukes?
I mean, yeah, but we have more and we have bigger ones.
I think actually China and Russia have more.
No, they don't.
Russia does have more.
We have more aircraft carriers. We have more nukes than both of them. We have more.
It doesn't matter. It's
people
mutually
who wanna
just
fight
assured destruction.
than both of
Like,
them,
this is a dumb
including
pipe dream.
myself.
We don't go solve war with nukes. We didn't go nuke Iran. We're not going to nuke China. That's a dumb idea. This is like me
No, it's
telling
not.
my
I'm
mom that
saying-
if somebody broke into my house, I'd kick them in
You know
the
what else is a
nuts
dumb
when I was like
idea?
9.
Kind of wanting to invade Taiwan. That's a dumb idea.
It's not really that far
In fact,
fetched.
you brought that up. It shows a lot. So
We
I mean,
all know
that-
that's impending. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we're not going to let it happen.
Yeah, but if we're out of ammo, it's kind of hard, isn't it?
We're not out of nukes.
We're not going to nuke them.
Oh, we would nuke them if they tried to invade Taiwan.
No, we wouldn't.
Absolutely.
That's
I
the
would.
dumbest take
Trump
ever.
would.
No,
Trump
we
would.
wouldn't. I mean, that's.
Trump
I mean,
absolutely
he
would.
might be that dumb, but
Trump
no, that's not
absolutely
a
would.
strategy we would use. That is a. We would not nuke China. The fuck?
I mean, we could.
It doesn't matter if we could. No one would. That's a dumb idea.
Nah, some people would. Some very dumb, very hard-headed people would.
No,
You can't disagree with that.
I don't think so, man.
If you don't mind me asking, I don't mean to be rude. Give me an age range.
Of me,
Yes.
I'm 38.
I'm 21, brother.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
So I've got more knowledge or something, or
I mean, maybe. No, maybe. You can. I mean, I'll take the little bit of humility you want to give me. That's fine. No, go ahead.
Trump is embarrassing us on the world stage. We can't take over a country the size of Texas. Yeah, and
We don't
Caller's
have
very
to.
casual mass genocide. Is this one of those Christian things where you guys are casual? Thank you, Gerald, for $5. Uh,
Christian thing, what?
where you guys threaten genocide?
We wouldn't threaten it, but I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, we're gonna come kill all of you," yeah, we would do it first.
Yeah, that's not what the scenario was. You said if they went to invade Taiwan, we would nuke them.
We could nuke them.
You said we struggled this topic for like a full 45 seconds. You said somebody would be dumb enough to do it.
Trump might be, because I can't agree. I can't disagree. He's kind of a dumbass.
And that's genocide, right?
Well, I mean, obviously.
And Trump's your Christian guy?
I mean, has he done it yet?
He's threatened it.
So I could say I'm gonna come fucking kill your dog. Am I gonna do it? No.
Yeah, and I mean, it just goes to show that Christian values don't really mean fuck all, because it's just talk. It's just lip service. You guys all...
Christian value, yeah, obviously, because I mean, you have to, you got to look into it, man. Like, really, you got to look into it. I think you'd come around.
I'm
You're
good.
a good guy. I think you're a good guy. I know. I trust you'd come around. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You can get somebody else
I-
in here too. I'll be quiet if you want to debate somebody else.
Palu, are you a Trump supporter? In the comments, say if you are not.
I'll go mute for a little bit. I'll let somebody else get in here.
All right, man. I'll catch you later, Carter. He's 21. I mean, what is that supposed to mean anymore? That's supposed to, I mean, I would hope to have somewhat of a decent conversation with a 21-year-old. Trump totally sucks. Hello from Russia. Ooh. Woof chat, woof. Maybe we turn on the phone line, y'all. Do we turn on the phone line? Do we risk the biscuit? What's up with the bathtub thing? I don't know. It was really funny for like a day or two, and now it's like exhausting. Nikki, are you a Trump supporter? How is my mom? She is doing good. I'm actually going to be helping her do some moving today, some more moving. She's getting some of her belongings from her ex, I think. Apparently he's being a POS, and he was like not going to let her have it, and now he is, but she has to get it all tonight now. And she has to go to fucking, or else it's going to be thrown out by the dumpster. I don't know. Just a real. He's Christian too, by the way. I know. Almost about it's 6 o'clock. She's not still with me. She got her own place. Thanks to y'all, by the way. Thanks to you guys. You guys raised money for her, and she's got her own place now. You didn't go to help. I've helped her a lot.
Nigger.
That's just a that's a Trump supporter who probably just heard their like trigger sound. They probably played like a song, like "Relax, Don't Do It," like on Zoolander, and they just like space out and they say the N word like that. It's real strange. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
No.
All right. Will you give it to her? Absolutely, I will, Salty. I absolutely will. His reposts for Trumpy, of course they were. CJ basketball. What's going on here, guys? Is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back? Saying the N word on my stream? Looking at a puppy dog? I literally said I am helping her today. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Oh. I hear they hand him a red cap as soon as they come out of the womb. Call the police to meet you there. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Trump is going to finish the dictatorship of Cuba. Free Cuba.
He's going to what? What? He's going to finish the dictatorship of Cuba. And then install a dictatorship here, and install a dictatorship in Honduras. In fact, he tried to get a dictator re-elected in Hungary. Pick a struggle, MAGA. Pick a struggle. Trump's coming in Greenland. This won't end well. Uh, did they ever say where the money laundering came from? I don't know how much they can say. I bet it's like Hungary, Russia, Israel, Argentina. I bet even El Salvador's in on it. It's something called Greenland something. They dropped drilling equipment in Greenland. Trump can't sue. You think the went to South America? Yeah, they're in Argentina. That's why Argentina is such a fucking weird. Nativist population. They're like really. I hear they're like racist, like really racist. I'm sick of it. It's a stunt to attract investors. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. A British company transferred the rights to drill to that US company without Greenland's permission. Is there a good article I can read on this? I'm sick of Trump and his whole man. Me too. So they're trying to drill even though they don't approve drilling rights. There are a bunch of articles. Like I see one from January. Is this something recent though that people did an article for? Today. News, Greenland, Trump today. Trump linked oil company not to drill. Oh, shit. Greenland warns the Trump linked oil company not to drill without permission. Oh my god. It's all about oil, dude. Greenland is in a strong warning. U.S. oil company linked to Donald Trump landed drilling equipment on the Arctic island without permission. The Greenland government said it was aware of drilling machinery being brought on shore to island's eastern coast last month in connection with the planned oil and drilling exploration drilling. The Department of Industry and Minerals can, in connection with the above, state that the licensee did not have necessary approvals. It said in a statement, adding a strong warning will be sent. The equipment is for large oil drilling, funded by Greenland Energy, a Texas company set up last year with ties to Mr. Trump. Larry Sweats, the firm's chairman, a major shareholder, is understood to enjoy access to U.S. president's inner circle. The Guardian reported with his wife posting pictures of Mr. Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort earlier this year. Oil firm has said it believes as much as 1 trillion of crude oil may lie beneath Greenland's Jameson Land region. And has taken a majority stake in a new drilling project in exchange for funding the exploration. It still needs permission from the Greenland government to proceed. Days after oil drilling equipment was seen being hauled ashore, the Greenland locals last month, Mr. Trump renewed his threats to claim the semi-autonomous island. Mr. Trump posted an AI-generated image on his Truth Social platform last weekend, showing him peeking over a mountain at a Greenland village alongside the caption, "Hello, Greenland." What a fuckface, dude. Mr. Trump prompted international criticism in January 2025 after failing to rule out using military force to seize control of Greenland, saying the U.S. needed it for national security purposes. Oil. Greenland Energy appointed Carol Craig, U.S. Navy veteran, who was working on Mr. Trump's Golden Dome project. Its board last month. The company also has commissioned Philip McCraw, former U.S. chat show host. Oh, Dr. Phil, to anchor a new documentary series following its Arctic exploration. Dude, Dr. Phil is a fucking clown. How far has he fallen, dude? Greenland Energy has denied that its oil drilling project on the Arctic island is linked to any annexation plans. Yeah, and he's not a doctor. Oh, fuck. In a letter to shareholders Thursday, Greenland Energy said recent high-level meetings between project leadership and Greenlandic regulatory and oversight authorities have been constructive and will continue to be encouraged by the progress being made towards the remaining approvals required for drilling. Is he still crying about fucking...
From further negotiations. They want to stop Trump from, if he has to, giving them another slap. They want to have a nuclear weapon.
That little thing flew off.
The Democrats, they're dumb. It's a new name. It's a very accurate name. So I'm in the middle of a negotiation. I'm saying you cannot have a nuclear weapon. And it comes over the wire that the Democrats want to stop Trump from further negotiations. They want to stop.
He referring him to himself in third person is fucking crazy, dude. In here, company mishandled the permit process. It's money grifting. God damn, dude. We live in the strangest timeline.
We are Charlie Kirk.
Didn't even know the second line he ran. You were Charlie Kirk. Ah! What was it yesterday where I had to correct somebody? I said was. Was. He was. What are we going to do with them? They're not sending their best, Chad. Just a little Sunday, y'all. Just a nice little Sunday. They are sending their best. It's true, actually. Lower your fucking socks when you talk to me. There are some details about the reflecting pool case. Can a mod block sleep with socks? He's spreading misinfo. Have you said yours? My Sunday prayers. I really need to. I need to do these in my free time. You know how like people like freestyle, like like think about Eminem on the bus, like writing on a piece of scratch paper. I need to do that with my prayers. I need to do that with prayers. Write them down when the Holy Spirit comes in me. They're written on your heart. Cankles, McDonald's, bruises, yeah. You know what? I think I will do a prayer. We'll do a little prayer. And then we'll turn the phone line on. So, chat, I want everyone to bow their heads. And you got some holy water or Dasani, sprinkle it on yourself real quick. I want everybody to bow their legs behind their head. And dear Lord Jesus, I just want to Dear Lord Jesus, I want to thank you for sending Trump the strength and the courage to serve our nation and protect us by killing all those innocent schoolgirls out there in the Iran. I just know them schoolgirls were going to be evil and they were going to grow up, become an evil witch doctor of sorts. And only we have the right to kill those civilians. So thank you, Lord Jesus, for telling the Iranian government that they can't kill their people. Only we can. And Lord Jesus, I just want to thank you for giving me the strength to just really show how enemies our enemies, how dumb we are, and how weak the U.S. military is, with a drunk Fox News host at the head. And Lord Jesus, I just want to help as many God-fearing Christians as possible. Please spread my word out there, spread my seed, and just I'm asking you to come inside of me, Jesus. And when you come inside of me, just make sure you don't get it anywhere in my hair or my eyes. Just come right inside of me, Jesus, and just help me, give me the strength to beat off my enemies. Help me grab my enemies and get a fistful of it, and just help me beat them off, Jesus. And thank you, Jesus. Amen. Wow. That was somber. That was great. I feel uplifted. Amen, chat. We're going to go ahead and turn on the Google Voice. God's love so hot and thick. I mean, of course it is. Girthy. Veiny. Hagen. All right, chat. We're going to turn on that phone line, chat, and we're just going to talk to some more of our fellow Christians. Here to baptize you with the water of Lake Tahoe. Thank you so much, June. Chat, the phone line's on, and if you want to call in and debate, you're welcome to. Make sure it's on. Yeah, it's on. Haley, thank you so much for the $3 from PayPal. It says, amen, brother. Praise the Lord. Chat, we are passing around the donation tray. It's the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. They're in the bio. And if you don't want to go to hell, if you don't want to burn in a lake of fire for all of eternity, and getting me too'd by the devil with a pineapple going in the wrong way up your buttocks, you're going to have to tithe at least $3. $3 American. And next month with inflation, that's $3.04. So be ready. Yeah, Chairman. Can I give another $3 to get the pineapple? That is an option. That is an option. Yes, my child. Matt was cooking that, dude. Matt was.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, man?
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing fucking awesome, bro.
Oh, it is like hotter than hell out here in the desert. It's like 110 today. But yeah, real quick before I head out, in the reflecting pool case, Hearn's attorney filed to make the grand jury stuff public, because in the grand jury, the only witness for the prosecution was a cop who was parked nearby, who testified repeatedly that there was already a bunch of damage done. So the grand jury didn't have what they needed for the felony destruction of property charges. Prosecution takes the one witness out for 20 minutes, comes back, and all of a sudden, he testifies to something over $1,000 worth of damage.
Which is probably
After
the threshold
repeatedly
for a
saying,
felony.
yeah. After repeatedly saying that there was already a bunch of damage to the pool and saying that he didn't know exactly what had happened. So at that point, the judge issued like a 3-page thing just saying, we're going to wrap all of these cases up into one. We're going to have one evidence hearing and just get it over and done with. And the prosecutor said, oh, we're good. We'll dismiss.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So there's the fun tea on that one.
What a fucking Looney Tune show. Did you hear that cope of that guy that came in earlier that was like, yeah, he fired Jean, was it Pirro?
Oh, yeah.
Because she was
Yeah.
she was going
Well,
against him.
he hired a TV lawyer and he got a TV lawyer.
God, bro.
Look, at one point, she was a legit, she was a judge. She was spending a bunch of years on Fox, where you can slang all the BS you want. She wasn't ready to go back in the courtroom.
True. It's true. And it's, oh my god, it pisses me off that these people don't like checks and balances. They go, look, she's not acting in lockstep with the leader. She's wrong. That's such a terrifying, dynamic to enforce. And they're like, oh, by the way, he's not a dictator. Oh, okay.
If you look up the Declaration of Independence, the first bit of it is all of the reasons we were saying goodbye, and Trump does damn near every single one of them.
Yeah. Agreed.
Anyways, I gotta run. I got my kid in the car. We gotta head down to Walmart to go feed the capitalist pigs.
All right. Take it easy, dude. Thanks for the nugget of info.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Kicking for the algo.
From
Bert.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
All right. What do you like about Trump?
I'm sorry.
What do you like about Trump?
That he makes efforts to defund Planned Parenthood.
Okay, why do you want to defund Planned Parenthood?
Because they're the nation's leading abortion provider.
Bless his heart. Real quick, shout out from Sarah with the $50. Says half for Miss Pickles, half for Matt. I didn't know. Dude didn't know Iran doesn't speak Arabic. I can't. Thank you so much. I am going to send that half to Matt.
Name me 2 things that Joe Biden said that it's.
I don't know where that guy went, dude. Guys, we're at 65 follows for the day, by the way. YouTube, if you enjoy this content, also please do go ahead and follow me. We're like 200 follows away from 20K. I dare you guys to help me hit that. Arabic. All right, dude, I'm Texan. Get over it. Arabic, taquitos, quesadilla. All right. All right now. By the way, I was looking into this right before I came live. Did you know that abortions have gone up between 2020 and 2023 11%. Our population has only grown by 1%, so that doesn't really account for like a population growth. Even with all of the states outright banning it, it still went up. So if you want fewer abortions, you would stop doing these stupid abortion laws. Our population's increased by like 1.3%, but abortions have gone up 11. So, it's too dangerous. It's so dangerous to be pregnant these days. I agree. I agree. I agree. Like, what is a good? It's like bringing your computer to a repair place that only uses hammers. What you don't? What do you mean you don't like fixing computers? We take it to the computer repair place. Fewer abortion laws equal less abortions. Yes, and more safe abortions. So, this doesn't even calculate how many abortions were done outside of a clinic. Like, where people do extremely disgusting, heinous things to their own bodies to abort a fetus. So yes. How many ABs are done illegally with no... Yeah, exactly, Rob. And we do have a high infant mortality rate, more than any other developed nation. Almost died giving birth to my daughter. I'll never do it again. Yeah. Thank you, Moon, so much. Thank you for all the cow nappings. Thank you all. Texas has the highest mortality rate. I think they did away with a fucking panel that reported on it, like last year or 2 years ago. Like, so they're like underreporting it, and it still is higher. Stopping PC viruses by outlawing the internet. It's something. I mean, it's cutting off your nose and spite of your face. That's what it is. Like, I don't like smelling shit, so I'm gonna cut off my nose. Hope everyone's boycotting Burger King. I don't even think Burger King needs a boycott. Who eats at Burger King, dude? Do you guys know the Robert Downey Jr. Story about Burger King? About how he ate a cheeseburger from Burger King that was so bad he like rethought his life and went and threw all of his drugs in the sea and got sober. Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Even the chicken fries, like, it's such a good idea, the chicken fry thing. They're not that great. They're not as great as it can be. BK's better French fries. You might be right on that, actually. They have this, like, light, fluffy crust on their French fries. It's pretty good. I don't know how they do it. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
That's Tight. What do you like about Trump?
I love that he supports Israel.
Oh, okay. What happened to America First?
That wasn't my platform.
That was his.
And America and Israel are sisters, so I think that supporting Israel is supporting America First. They're on the front lines against the Islamic terrorists that want to destroy our way of life.
Oh my gosh, stop it. They want to destroy our way of life, or are they just angry because we've destroyed theirs?
Nope, they want to destroy our way of life. They hate our freedom. They hate that our women are wearing whatever they want. They hate that they can speak in public.
L7D super chatted $5. A man, brother Pickles.
Oh, thank you, Godmind. I don't know. There's a lot to debate there. I think that Israel has been the aggressor a lot of the time, and they're also not proportional with their...
I don't care about proportionality.
Okay, well, not caring about it probably creates more aggression from militant groups and from terrorist groups.
You can't negotiate with terrorist groups. You have to wipe them out in totality and completely without a single hair left.
So you're just genocidal, and you...
Was it genocidal to unalive all the Nazis?
They didn't.
Yeah, they tried. They did as best as they could. Was it a genocidal intent?
That was war, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is war. This is ideological war. This is country-to-country war. This is war on many levels.
So
when you try to eliminate people that want to eliminate you, is that G-side?
No, yes it is, and we didn't do that to Germany,
so we tried to G-side the Nazis. Okay,
we didn't.
Interesting point.
We didn't G-side the Nazis. In fact, we brought in a trial, right?
Yeah, but most of them were unalived when we bombed Germany and killed 1.2 million civilians in the process. Do you not remember that part of history?
Yeah, that's not all of Germany, right?
I never said it was all of Germany because we're talking about the Yahtzees, and there was only about 350,000 of them.
Isn't it proportional?
Well, I don't know. You tell me, because there's only 350,000 Yahtzees. So is unaliving 1.2 million civilians proportional to trying to get rid of 350,000 people?
Yeah, after how many Jewish people they killed?
Okay, so how many people have Muslims killed? Terror groups.
You're gonna have to make a case for it, because as far as I can
there's
tell,
plenty.
not
October
even
7th, 9/11, Nigeria right now, Boko Haram, the
October 7th, 1,200
1200
people, 9/11, 3,000 people. How many people have died in Palestine?
70,000.
Okay, when are we gonna close that gap? So we've got...
let me continue then. Okay, so let's talk about Nigeria with Boko Haram. How many were there? How many did Bashar al-Assad unalive in Syria over 10 years? I think it was on somewhere around 500,000, right? So are we closing that gap?
Is that in the same conflict?
No, it doesn't matter. It's the same conflict. It's the same ideological presence. No, we're talking about terrorism.
It's not just their presence that creates this problem. In fact, Christian countries rank higher.
It's the presence of Islam. That's what is the problem.
Christian countries rank higher in mortality, in rape, and in murder.
That's, again, why you bring that up?
Because you're sitting here talking about dangerous ideologies. I think y'all have a dangerous ideology.
You're conflating the evils of one person in a country to a organized group with a goal. So, and what is Christianity? Sponsored. Christianity is not the entity behind all of those cases.
Yes, it is.
And it was not proven it was.
It absolutely is.
When there are grape and unalivements, are they all saying, I did this for God, for Christian God, Jesus?
Yes, we had the Crusades.
The Crusades were 800 years ago.
But you're going pretty far back, too,
I'm not going pretty far back at all. I'm saying all above the year 2000.
Bashar al-Assad, okay. That's actually 1953 through 79.
No, it's not. We're talking about Bashar al-Assad in the 2000s, bro. He unalived hundreds of thousands of people in Syria since the 2000s. Please Google it. Learn something for once.
Okay. I still can't get behind Israel doing the same thing in the name of whatever they're saying it is.
They're not doing it in the name of anything. They're doing it just in the name of defense.
Yeah, the poor Palestinian
kids. Violent ideology that's based on unaliving Jews and Christians.
I can't get behind any country that wants to do genocide. Sorry.
Okay, so then why do you support Palestine?
They're not doing genocide.
They do. That was literally in the charter of the government that they democratically elected in 2005.
In 2000, yeah. It fucking 20 years ago. They haven't had elections since.
I know. They still have the same leader.
Do you think that their 4-year-olds are out there trying to kill y'all?
Yeah, yes. Did you not see them on TV?
No.
You got to look up the kids' TV shows in Palestine. They literally have 5, 6, 7-year-olds in burqas and in Hamas gear saying, "I can't wait to stab a Jew. I want to stab the Jew." They have
and you're
horns,
sitting
they're
here telling me
evil."
that you want to genocide them. So
I never said that once.
Yes, you did.
I
You said that we
I
need to
want
kill all of them,
eliminate
right?
terror groups. Yeah,
No,
about
you said we
terror
need to
groups,
kill
bro.
every single instance
Yes.
and hair of these people, right?
Yeah, which were in the context of terror groups.
How do we
Hamas,
decide? Okay, but that's not what
Hezbollah.
you're doing. You're killing innocent
Hello?
civilians. You guys are notably
Yeah,
killing innocent
civilians
civilians.
die in war, bro. That's what happens.
This
in
isn't war. These are
This is
aggressions,
war.
right? No, it's
This
not.
is
What's the war
This is
called?
war. The war is called the war between Israel and Palestine. The
What about
Israeli
Lebanon?
and Palestinian content. Well, yeah, that's the Hezbollah and Israeli conflict.
So leveling entire towns is a war on terrorism?
Yes, when the terror is below the streets in the tunnel systems that are larger than the New York subway system.
It still doesn't justify killing civilians. Every
Sorry, it's
single
not about
APAC
justification. It's
every
just
single APAC backed person on the left is going to be voted out.
No, they're
Israel's
not.
influence. Yeah, they are. They're being voted out right now.
They're not. Yeah, sure. You got one in Michigan because that place has already been taken over.
Okay, can you tell me one where we failed?
Okay, so what happened in Hamtramck once the entire city council became Muslim?
The fuck is
Do
Hamtramck?
you know? Hamtramck, Michigan. They elected on the backs of white liberals and gay people, and under the promise of equality. And as soon as they became the majority of the not the majority, actually, the totality of the city council, they banned the pride flag from public spaces. And the entire community that backed these people were extremely upset. So
Are you gay?
I am gay.
Unfortunate.
And why, you're homophobic?
No, I just feel like you're for a party that is
supports
very
me.
anti-gay.
No, it's not.
500
They don't think
500
I'm-
pieces of anti-gay legislation in the last year, every year since Trump has
Okay,
been in
versus
office.
the one of like lashings, whippings, stonings,
Isn't that a
life
Christian thing?
imprisonment. No, it's an Islamic thing. Are you not
It's
aware of
also
that?
a Christian thing too.
It's
right?
not. Which country is doing that? Which Christian?
No,
country
I'm
is
saying
doing
I'm
that?
saying that I've literally been watching debates. Parker's platform used to be
Okay.
exclusively for telling y'all that being gay is okay, and it's exclusively Christians coming up and saying that it's wrong.
Yeah, Christians on an individual level versus on an institutional state level of religion imposed upon a society are completely different.
And then Trump
And for you to
doing the
try to
same thing that you're crying about, and things
Trump
like
does
removing.
not care about gay people.
Yes, he does. He got the fucking pride flag removed from what was it, Stonehenge? One of our national monuments. He has done everything.
But if you're mad
to
about
remove...
that, you should be mad about the Muslims doing it too. Why do you have a
Oh,
double standard?
no, Trump's doing it at a federal level, so.
Yeah, but they're doing it on a state level. What's the difference? Do you think that the people in a
okay.
singular state don't matter? Because
Trump's
they're not on a
entire
federal
war,
level?
the entire party is against gay people, against the pride
That's not
flag
true.
in all classrooms, right?
It's not true.
Yes, it is.
Not.
You guys are trying to remove the pride flag from all
Prove it.
classrooms.
Prove it.
Okay.
Prove it.
Yeah, Trump.
Well, let's first go back to the
GOP.
Hamtramck.
No,
I don't know
no,
why you
no.
keep trying to move
No, you're
the
gonna be no. You're looking
goalpost.
at it something scale this size. Let's go to the one that's the entire
Well,
nation.
of course, because that's how a takeover happens. It starts
Trump
that
is.
small. They
You're
chart
worried
and
about the thing
force
Trump
you.
is actively doing right now.
No, I'm not. Everything Trump is doing, I fully support.
Yeah, including the remover and the silencing of gayness and
And they're not
pride
silencing
flag.
the gayness at all.
They are.
Actually, Trump is hosting gay marriages at Mar-a-Lago, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Wow, that's for that.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
it's like I
Show
have
me
a
what
black
your
friend.
mom. Show me which your mom is hosting gay marriages. Show me which Muslim country leader is hosting gay marriages. And you're like, they're so peaceful, and I just want them to all move here.
Yeah, dude, there's 1% of Muslim presence here, and it's sad you guys are running around like your hair's on fire.
One?
Yes, 1%.
Oh, 1%. Sorry, I thought you said there was one person.
No.
1%. Okay, yeah. So what? Even the Dalai Lama said that you shouldn't have more than 30%.
Stonewall National Monument flag removed and reversal. So they got it put back. Trump's attacks on DEI, they literally just Googled with the Doge thing. Anything that had anything to do with alluded with LGBTQ, they removed it, defunded it. House Republicans have pushed legislations call for efforts like one flag for all to codify restrictions on non-U.S. flags on federal property, i.e. the gay flag. The FBI recently
That's not directed towards gay
Shut your
people.
fucking mouth.
So
yes,
funny.
it is. Yes, it is. In fact, the FBI gave one of their agents a pride flag, and then he moved offices, and Kash Patel's FBI fired him for having that same pride flag in his office.
That's again on an individual level. That's this small.
That's a
when
federal
you're
agency. That is a literal federal policy.
Yeah, federal agents aren't supposed to show preference to anything.
Yes, they can.
That's like no, they.
You're
they're
talking about
not
the Hatch
supposed to.
Act. You're talking about political. They can have a pride flag.
Yeah, pride flags are political, bro.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Look at you. You're so embarrassing, bro.
No, they're not. They're not left or right. The right rejects prideness, but it's
the right does not reject prideness.
Yes, they do.
No, that's why all the Democrats are moving
what's
to the Republican Party, because the Socialist Democratic Party is being eaten alive.
Oh, the fringe Democrat DSA.
No, it's the centrist Democrats that are moving to the Republican side because they see them now as more center political. Yes, it is. It's literally in the headlines right now. This is hilarious. You're going to deny that.
We actually have a bigger registration of Democrats than Republicans?
Yeah, for now.
Okay, what are you talking about then?
Literally what I said. I said that right now they are converting from centrist Democrats.
The numbers say otherwise, and you're just saying
it's
wait.
It's ongoing, bro. That's
no, it's not.
Literally happening right now. Yes, it is. That's literally what's happening right now. You can deny it all you want, but it's going to be really funny. Then, in the future, when I wish I could be a fly on the wall. So I think for when the time that you are the truth washes over you.
You just wait. The rapture's happening.
No, the rapture's not happening. I'm an atheist.
Okay. Several Republican-led states, Utah, Montana, Idaho, have enacted proposed similar bans prohibiting pride flags in public schools and state government buildings. But again, tell me about one city in Michigan.
Go back to Hamtramck. Yeah,
one city in Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh man.
With the percentage
versus
being
the whole state?
Yeah, the percentage is of the group fighting for these things is proportional to the amount of
where has it happened more? Who has fought for a larger scale version of this? The left or the right?
It's more religious based than right or left politics.
Is it the left or the fucking right? I'm gonna give you a hint. Utah, Montana, Idaho.
Okay.
What are those blue or red states?
Oh, those are red states.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what?
Oh.
Well, you have no problem with it when they do it in Hamtramck. So then why should I have a
no?
problem?
I don't feel like I should go around. First of all, this is a city thing, right? So I feel like I'm more concerned with the rights of more and many. So our policy, our platform, and the reason why most of a lot of people on the right will come up here, including today, have come up and told me that they hate, they do not want the gay thing. They don't want trans and gay and pride flags in classrooms.
And
those are people you're standing next to. Yes, Muslims are okay with it. Muslims do not want to enact their religious beliefs into law.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not happening.
How come there's so many Islamic states in the world?
We're talking about the United States. Separation of church and state. Separation of church and state.
That's easily removable when you're the majority. Sorry.
Oh, they're 1% right now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, right now. It's growing exponentially.
It's coming.
They're not 1%. They're more than 1%. I think they're around 3.2.
No, it's like 1.5.
It's like 3.2.
No, you're wrong. You're reaching.
And again, why do you think that what happened in other places could never happen here?
Are you talking about like the Crusades or what?
No, I'm talking about Islamic caliphates.
Because I think that as long as we honor the separation of church and state, which it's very telling that you don't want to. It's very telling. We're not sitting here trying to inject our superstitious beliefs into you. So I trust that you're not trying to do that to us, right?
Your superstitious belief is that Muslims are peaceful and want to come here and let gays have all the rights when we have the proof of 57 Islamic countries where that's completely illegal.
Yeah,
and see how they did it too. They did it the same way through immigration and population and birth rates.
But we have all of the protections under the Constitution, the very first line in the Constitution.
Can be repealed in a second with a majority vote.
No, it's not a simple majority vote. You silly goose. You brainless cuck.
Oh my God! Yeah, keep ad hominems. That's all you have. That's exactly how it happens across the world. You can have your charter, you can have your constitution, you can have whatever you want. It still never stopped them before. And if you don't want that to happen, then you have to stand up against it.
Mm-hmm. What's the trajectory of Muslims coming to America? What do you think that 1% is going to turn into? How long did it take to get to 1%, man?
Well, I don't know how long it took to get from 1%, but I would say from probably like 2008 roughly to
Islam
now.
started in 2008?
No, if you let me finish my sentence, you'll understand the point I'm making. So I'd say that from 2008 to now is when the more larger amounts of immigration happened. So to say how long it took in totality of America's existence to get to 1% is disingenuous because of the level of migration that has changed.
Yeah, you're reaching. I don't think you really said anything.
Reaching? That's literally statistical proof, bro.
Now, first of all, the population of the Earth has increased, but atheism is actually growing more popular than religion. Every year, the United States becomes 1% less religious. So you're out here fighting ghosts. You're out here in a holy war. You're standing alongside the people that hate you, that are writing legislation against you. And you're pointing out a little city that might have managed to do something that against your liking, but ignoring the states and the federal government doing this.
Yeah, but you won't speak up even against a small state
or
city because you're afraid of being
because they're
called
marginalized. Because you guys are disgusting.
Marginalized.
Yes,
that's
you guys.
You have 57 majority countries and they're marginalized.
Yes, here in the United States. Yes, context.
Here in the United States. So leave if you don't like it. Go back to the countries.
You leave if you don't like religious freedoms. Go. Shoo. Go back to Israel. Go to Israel, dude.
I do. I love religious freedoms, but that's not what's happening. That's literally the point. The point is that this religion is not trying to do that. They're not trying to allow for religious freedoms. It's literally in
what's
their
happening
book
here
to kill anyone that is not a Muslim. What are you talking about, bro?
That's not. That's also not a like.
That is what it is.
That is absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is fundamentalist Islam. And the same
what
thing.
What percentage of Muslims do you think is fundamentalist?
I don't know what.
I'll give you like the lowest projection of 10%.
Are you just guessing?
No. Most intelligence agencies say somewhere around 15 to 25. But I'll give you like the lowest projection of like 10% out of 200 billion. How many people is that? Can you do some quick maths?
Did you say 200 billion? You sweet spirit?
Sorry, I said 200 million. You're right. 2 billion. Thank you. You increased my numbers. You increased my numbers.
Hold on. I want to see if it's actually dying out here in the United States.
Islam?
Yeah.
Or religion? The youth apostasy rates in Islam is about 25%.
So it's dying?
Is that I don't know if 25% constitutes dying, because some majority of them are still staying. So like I'd say if anything was over 50, I would say that.
So it's not. It's withering away.
Yeah, but I think for sure. But on the numbers basis of 10 to 25% of a 2 billion population, that is not.
Oh no! And they're all coming here at once or something. Like, get over yourself, dude. You're out here fighting ghosts. The people that hate you are here now. They're here. They're here and they hate you now. And they're white.
Yes, they do.
And they're Christian.
No, they're not. They're
yes,
Muslims.
They
they're
are.
Arab, which are white. Arab people are white.
You just have a hatred towards them because I'm guessing you're Jewish.
No, I'm not Jewish. I'm an atheist.
You can still be Jewish and atheist. You dumb fuck.
I'm not Jewish ethnically either. No, I'm European.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna defund Israel. Most of our candidates will not win unless we defund Israel. Israel is going to stand alone on the world stage and be condemned as a terrorist country by most of the developed countries on Earth. It's still going to continue. It's not a belief; it's truth. Most countries. Can you name a country that's developed that likes Israel right now? I doubt it.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, which one?
Italy.
The far right regime of Italy.
You mean their active sitting president, Queen Giorgia Meloni? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. W. That's it.
Oh, you just said name one. Do you want me to keep going?
Sure, go ahead.
Germany.
Yeah, I don't think so, bud.
Germany's still supporting them financially and with arms manufacturing. So you might
they are
immigrant populace, but we're talking about the government.
They've absolutely disavowed what you guys are fucking doing to your neighbors.
Who's you guys? I'm again not Jewish or Israeli.
Okay, well, what Israel is doing to their neighbors?
Yeah, what about what its neighbors are doing to the rest of the world, including Israel?
It's not even close to as bad.
I disagree.
The numbers prove it.
You think that 70,000 people were I'm going to give you again the smallest number projection for how many of them were Hamas members. I'll go with 30%. That's probably the lowest projection you could find. So that's like 50,000 people in a 3-year war that were unalived. You think that's like some like massive thing that's like never happened before? It's actually one of the lowest civilian casualty rates, unalivement rates in the world.
Wow. They have spoken out against Israel, against the de facto annexation of the West Bank.
I'm aware of that.
Criticisms from German leadership regarding settlement policies sparked sharp vertical. Yeah. They don't like what you're doing. They don't like what you're doing. They don't like what Israel's doing.
They still support them.
They don't like
it. They still support them.
They don't like
They still support them.
Yeah, out of guilt. Out of guilt.
Out of guilt.
Yes.
That's funny. That's a good anti-Semitic trope. That's a good one.
I think it's reasonable.
That's funny. Well, whatever. Guess they'll have to take it. Still supporting them. That's all that matters. They get to live and dance another day. Good for them.
Well, I wish any AIPAC endorsed candidates who run against whoever they want, and I highly doubt they'll do anything in these upcoming elections. We've already seen it. You can't really point to any meaningful primary that hasn't been consistent with this on the left, but you can on the right. Thomas Massey got unseated by Israel, right? So I don't know, man. It doesn't seem good for y'all.
I think that tides will change.
That's copium.
No, it's called faith.
Yeah, faith is a belief without reason.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Thanks for the dictionary definition. That's why I used the word. Huh?
Just reminding people.
Great. So of course, I'm going to have like a personal feeling that doesn't necessarily have facts behind it. Everybody does. It's not some sort of gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm done cooking you.
Cooking me? Look at your chat, bro.
Take it easy.
See ya.
They agree.
Yeah, tell Emmy I.
Oh, God. The Panthers are going to eat his face. Hello, are you a Trump supporter? Are the Leopards? Panthers. The Leopards are going to eat his face, dude. He's full of misinformation. Look at the chat. I know everybody was like, "Yeah, you cooked it." Bro pointed to Italy. And then to Germany, who actually like publicly has denounced Israel but still backs them militarily. What do you say about Amy at the end? I don't know. I heart Italy. I mean, Italy's beautiful, but they've got some fucking weird politics. They are hard right over there. Sorry, excuse for an atheist. I know, dude. Your phone, you're fine, Socks. I'm half Italian. Sorry, no offense. In fact, Italians are dope. One of my ex's friends' boyfriend, super Italian guy, came here for his PhD. He had a really thick, like almost comical, like Italian accent. But he wasn't far right. He was tight. He was tight as fuck. All right, let's turn the phone line on.
At Godmind L7D super chatted $5. Pickles cooks.
Fucking go, Godmind. He was what now? He was cool as fuck. All right. Democrats only want to control crime, not prevent such as crime bosses do. That's a way stupid take. The Republicans are still going about crime with tough on crime policy, lock everyone up, act on every crime. When Democrats champion like preventative measures, like addressing poverty, which is the root cause of crime. Actually lit up at the end. Yeah. Bless their hearts. Chat, the phone line's back on. Trump, the biggest mob boss we've had in our country, literally runs the government like a mafia. Restart? Maybe? What do we got? 3 hours? Maybe? Oddly silent. Yeah, I know. It was against pickles, so just being cautious. Thank you. Dude, that guy said that Sailor Moon's creator is Zionist. Just Googled it. Naoko Takeuchi doesn't have any public information. I don't know why somebody who's, I'm guessing Japanese, would be a Zionist. Not Takeuchi. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Steve?
Yellow, are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Oh, okay. You want to say
Is
something?
there any? I was going to discuss. Is there any discussion like about gun control or something you want to discuss? Because I'm against gun control in that regards.
You're against gun control?
Yes.
Why?
In some aspects. To give us a discussion that's not just false discussions like your previous debates have. Previous debates have been with those idiots on the line.
Why are you against? Do you reject the fact that gun legislation works?
I think to some extent I'm to the extent because I live in an area where I'm in a very rural area and people get paranoid down in this area in regards to that. I think certain gun registration control, I don't think certain bans, if you do something like the Clinton administration, which stops production, I think if you limit production and pass some, I would say, common sense rather than bans on things like assault rifles and stuff, that might work better and make people take classes on how to be responsible gun owners. That would probably be better than some provisions I've seen of bans on assault rifles.
Do you have any like evidence for this, or is this just kind of like an opinion? Because we have evidence that, for instance, the assault rifle ban of the early 2000s worked. It reduced gun deaths.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It reduced deaths.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to discuss it. Well, I also kind of feel that. Do you have a statistics in regarding to that matter?
Yeah, sorry, it was in the 1990s. It was like 10 years, and Congress didn't renew it. Yeah.
It was in like 19, because it was during the Bill Clinton administration that
yeah.
happened. So 1996 to
2006.
I think it happened there in 97, 98 that ban happened. If I'm not correct. Not correct.
Here's a graph about it from Statista.
I can't view it because I'm not seeing the stream, so you'll have to describe it to me.
I'll describe it. Assault weapons ban between 96 and 2004 or 94, 2004. Sorry, the decade before it, there were 125 deaths with 16 incidents.
Okay.
And the decade of the assault weapons ban, there was only 96 deaths with 15 incidents.
Okay. I'll double check, look that up as well, just so I'm on the same page with you as well. But, do you think responsible gun owners to have those firearms for like recreational shooting?
I think that if you want to do anything like that with recreational, I think that you should go through all of the like extra background checking and training. I think that would require more red flag and all this stuff laws. I think it should be regulated far more. Anything that is outside of like home defense, self-defense is, I think that should warrant similar to gun laws that we see in like Japan and stuff.
And hunting, of course, because this is a rural area. A lot of people need firearms for hunting, not assault rifles. Because
that's recreational, though.
Yeah, that's recreational. But to clarify, I just want to clarify, for chat that I'm not saying go hunting with an AR for thing. Because if you can't, you're not gonna. If you have to have a assault rifle to hunt, you're god awful shot.
Agreed. Yeah. I think it's over and above what you really need, and I think that we wouldn't have an instance like Uvalde where one person who was 18 years old who's never wielded a gun like that in their life was able to fend off 300 police officers for 70 minutes. I don't think that we should be giving that to everyone all the time with no restriction. I think it's silly for you to advocate for more of that while we have 40,000 gun deaths every year. And then spend $1 trillion on things like immigration, which is like 20 whole deaths per year.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for being anti-immigration. I want to clarify that. Okay. I'm fine with immigrants. The main point I want to discuss is the deal, because that's kind of the only point I disagree with a lot of prominent Democrats in that regard. That and them taking AIPAC money for murder and genocide.
Agreed. Yeah. I don't know. I think that if you're a functioning human being without a criminal history, you can get just about fucking anything you want. Like, you can get a suppressor, you can get fully auto if you can justify, like, that you've had the training and stuff. You could. I had an uncle that had fully auto license. He had when he died, his wife couldn't figure out how to fucking sell him because she had like a fully suppressed Uzi, like fully auto. You can get that shit if you have the right like certificates and whatever. But I don't feel like we should just hand it out like candy. I feel like we should have tons of restrictions. I think every country that's implemented these restrictions is proof that they've cut down on gun deaths. I think it works. I think people who worry about it, who are paranoid about it, who are like obsessed with gun control, are a detriment to our society. I think that there's nothing but good things that come out of it, and if you're willing to jump through the hoops and get them, that's fine.
I think, yeah, to a certain extent, my main issue is just the level, because I have seen some people that advocate and don't know, they'll commentate and it just be a cosmetic attachment and not the actual rifle. And it comes down to they think, oh, this looks scary versus what an actual, one does look like. And I'm not a huge gun head myself, so I can fall victim to that as well. So I think it's just, if we do pass registration, they need to be sure, if we ever did, because let's be honest, the NFA, the National Firearms Association, that's got like a death grip on Congress for anything gun control related.
Yeah.
If we ever do get something, I had to think for a second because I want to make sure I use the proper thing. If we ever did get something, we need to make sure we get the proper definitions in there where we're not just saying, oh, this attachment, or oh, this resembles one. And on the side of, I think, armed minorities can protect themselves against being hate crimed.
Yeah, sure. Like, again, I think like all that requires is like a handgun, shotgun, something like that. But when it comes to like police responding to somebody who has like high caliber, high capacity, high velocity gun that shoots 5.56, 7.62, something fucking crazy, it's too hard to control. It makes police and law enforcement's job a fucking nightmare. Ask any law enforcement officer if they enjoy walking up to a random citizen who's just wielding an AR-15 in public, like fishing. Like, they hate it. They hate it.
Yeah, I'll agree to that extension. Yeah, I can imagine how stressful that is in regards to that. Do you think in regards to law enforcement themselves, because I think to the extent they have too much power, and I worry that would give them still an extra amount of too much power. But I think we're on the basic same page of, if you're doing right, you pass deal. If you have a clean record, it's just, I think the only disagreement you and I have on is the large capacity magazines and the AR style deals. But I think even you said if there's certain permits in regards to that, the permits and such, then you can get it if we're on the same page, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and not to mention, like, I think a lot of people have it in their heads, like this fantasy of like self-defense or like being a hero with a pew-pew. But the sad reality is that 60% of all gun deaths, they're all just suicide. They're accidents or suicide. They're self-inflicted. They're just going to end up...
Do I need to censor myself for your platform reasons in regards to that, or I just want to make sure I don't want to get you in trouble with regards to guidelines?
You're fine. The only complaint my people have is your smoke alarm. But yeah, you might put a
I'm
12.
sorry. I gotta get a battery for that.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
tell Alexa to put a battery on that shopping list, bro.
I don't use Alexa because I'm in the rural area and I barely get internet as it is.
Yeah.
But that was only kind of the same concern. And I think if you put in that legislation and make people, because a large part of unfortunately those mass shootings is parents gifting a firearm to someone, that a child or someone, as a gift that really had no reason to have it, and they ignored every red flag of it because, hey, it's their relative, and that person got access to that firearm because those people weren't being responsible gun owners by locking it up or making sure it was safe.
Yeah, and there's where we would talk about like gun safety laws, like locking them up, like
and that
requiring people to lock it up.
And that would come down to a deal of more of a debate of, okay, how do we enforce this? Do we let the cops come in, show and see, hey, you got
That's
your
what
guns
Australia
locked
does.
up?
You have to have it like bolted to the ground. They have to come supervise the installation of the safe.
Okay, because I'm a little ignorant on some nations. I knew Australia had some deals, and I'm a little ignorant in regards to that matter. And I'm going to admit that I'm ignorant because even though poli sci was my deal, I didn't go fully international with regards to it, especially to that side of the world. You know, I'm ignorant of the Oceania side of things on politics because I know there's a lot of right-wing stuff there that's rising and anti-Muslim sentiment that's rising, and it's a lot of stuff it's a lot of shit that's chaotic to me. I think I understand your point in which you talk about the Christianity aspect of things, in which you're not a biggest fan of. I'm not a fan of Trump bastardizing Christianity and people using Christianity to inflict harm on people, or other people using religion to put down other people. But I'm not a fundamentalist Christian or conservative Christian. Mine's more progressive in that deal, so that may be where we're off kilter in that regard. Because I know that it's been just that they use the faith to justify terrible things. And
like I agree that there can be and are some like decent people out there who are religious. I would even argue that like people can use religion as like a crutch and get past some like horrible things in life. But I think that as soon as it's not doing that, as soon as you're not that person, I think you should do what you can to maybe figure out a different way of thinking. But I think for the majority of it, 80% of the right, 80% is religious, and they tend to not have critical thinking. They tend to not display any sort of actual objective thought when thinking about politics. They simply want the government to reaffirm their beliefs at any cost, and I mean any cost. They don't care who dies. They don't care who starves. They don't care if we go bomb people. As long as somebody's in the White House screaming that they believe the same bullshit that they do, I think that is dangerous. And I will root in every case for people to step away from that. I will call it out at every turn unapologetically, and I will take whatever like unfollowing that comes with, or whatever hatred or criticism that comes with. I don't care. I am friends with some Christians. And I welcome anybody that is Christian to watch my page. But I unapologetically I enjoy calling them out.
I see where you're coming from in that regard, because like I said it's the bastardization of it. I had a friend who he went to seminary school, and he said, I think in about 50 years or 100 years, we will look back at we will look at the American evangelical movement, and especially with MAGA evangelical movement, the same way we talk about the Roman Catholic Church, history-wise, of, oh my gosh, they did all these horrible things and used Jesus' name and faith as a justification for it. He goes, I think in 50, maybe 20 at the earliest, history will look back and we'll say it's the same thing. And that's why even though I am religious, I am a very strong prominent advocate for that separation of church and state, as the founding fathers intended, because Christianity especially is one of those faiths which there's so much interpretation in regards to things of, there's so many denominations that have split off because they disagree about one thing.
Yeah.
I
think that the truth is, though, that we're all human, and people will read the Bible and have their own interpretation of it, and I think that it turns not good just as often as it turns good. And I think that the people who are good actors that are in the Christian faith are just good people, and I don't think they need Christianity to be good people. And I separate the idea from the people. Like you can be have a bad idea, but that idea can change.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, and this guy gets more in the debate of, well, is it the faith that makes that person good if they are already good? And that's not a debate I want to get into, because that gets way deeper into philosophical, because I know people in my town that use it as a crush that will vote for shit that clearly deal, and I don't understand how they can't. That's clearly anti-God, but it's painted with the red, white, and blue, with a paint of patriotism. You know what I mean? Because people will trash talk people that are on these programs that will help, assistance programs that help them and lift them up to the ground or help them survive. But they'll sit there and trash talk them while they're in there to food banks and make snide remarks. And that's something that, I was with my mom, you call that out. You call that out and say, hey, you're acting very Christian, huh? Trash talking those people. What if Jesus came back in here? Jesus came in here today, will you be trash talk? You be talking against him. He'd be very disappointed in you because you're not showing the love that Christ would be showing those people. I think even the movement of purity culture, not that, oh, you should save yourself for marriage. I think while in itself might not seem like a bad idea for someone to practice abstinence, I think the culture around it of, hey, you're an absolute horror and terrible person if you sleep with somebody, is very harmful, because for people that don't have those choices, it has a bad side effect to them on their psyche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're prescribing guilt and shame,
or something that is out of their control.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude. I appreciate you calling in. I don't.
Time.
You're fine. It doesn't seem like we're too much of a debate. That's what I'll say.
Okay. The only debate we have is in back and forth on the gun stuff, and for the most part, we seem to agree. And I'm sorry about that if it's not as engaging for the audience, but that was the only thing I wanted to get clarification on. In the faith thing, those are only two kind of points we slightly askew on, and I'll let you go because I know you probably have other calls that would make better debates for your streams and such. But I hope you have a good day.
You too, Bub. Take it easy.
All right. Take care.
You know? Exactly, Ruth Ann. Exactly. Imagine marrying somebody and never sleeping with them before, and then it going real bad. Like, so bad that there's, like, no room for improvement. Like, wouldn't that suck? I don't know. Immediate divorce. Annulment. Ha! What? Chris with $10. Finding your at took me 10 minutes of respelling. Butthorn. Chris with $255? You got to test the mattress before you buy it. Imagine if it goes great. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Chris, show yourself. Chris, I love you. Do you want a forehead kiss? Swanzarelli. Dude, thank you so much, Swanzarelli. That was my marriage. Eekajin. There's always room for growth. I mean, I agree. I agree. Dude, W. Chris is in the chat. W. Swanzarelli is in the chat, please. Dude, that is amazing. Dude, I was just sitting here going, it's a little slow day. A little bit slow today. Thank you so much, dude. Only accept that they're terrible. I mean, sure. By the way, guys, you guys took care of me like a motherfucker yesterday, so I don't care that it was slow today. But thank you so much, Chris. You guys really fucking take care of me, so thank you. Especially the last 2 weeks, you guys have. I love y'all. Thank you. How is Pickles? Practice makes perfect. Imagine dating someone for years who wouldn't put out. I want to stay back. I want to stay back on this. The phone line is back on. I've been with somebody before where it's like, I don't know. You know? Compatibility is too important. Like, I've been with people where it's like, that is awesome. That is like the best thing ever. I would prefer that if I'm marrying somebody. I think it's not hard to find either. It's like, you know, it's hit or miss. Yeah, Ruthann. Exactly. Pickles is great. Let's turn on the Pickles cam, especially for Chris. Pickles is doing great. She went on a nice little potty break before we went live 3.5 hours ago, by the way. Just not bad. She is just as chipper as can be. She like skipped home from the potty time earlier today. Like, you guys have been with me like when we've walked her quite a bit like this last month. She is eating. And she's been kind of sluggish, right? She's been kind of like slow, just kind of meandering. She's like in a totally different mood today and yesterday. She's happy, skipping around, jumping around. She jumped over a tree branch today, almost died when I saw it. She's doing way better, and she is eating, and she ate her full lunch as soon as I gave it to her, which is also something she hasn't done in a while. I think she likes her new prescription food. So yeah, she's doing good. She is doing good. She's doing barcore now. She's 14. She's 14. Her and I have I say we have the same birthday. It's the same month, so I'm just guessing it's the same birthday. She's my soul dog. But she's 14. She turns 14 this month. In 8 days. in 8 days. I have a dog too. My name is a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. Those are cute. I think Yorkies are just a fucking amazing dogs. When I was little, when I was 6, I had a Shih Tzu bite me and split my lip. So I have a trauma response to Shih Tzus. I've had her since she was 6 months. And she's still I know that's like 80 in dog years. She's like fucking like there's a hot lady at the gym that's gotta be like 65. Pickles isn't that good of shape. There's a fucking smoking hot 65-year-old lady in my gym, by the way. Me and my dog both have malignant tumors in the same day. Aww. How do you know she's 65? Listen, I can tell, like, you can tell, like, my mom's 60. So, she's gotta be older, but she's healthy. Am I gonna get me some gilfs? Is that a grandma I'd like to Facebook? That back. Order? Your old wiener dog got to live till 16. Pickles has gotta live. She's gotta live till like 25. I'm sorry, y'all. She's gonna be a bionic dog. I'm gonna get her bionic eyes. I'm pretty sure she's going blind. She doesn't need fucking ears. She still hears everything. Should put you in her will. That's a bad motive. That's a bad motive for dating, y'all. $16 average. Man. Could move like she's too. That's what I got a feeling. Pickles is gonna be blind. I don't know what you do. Like, there's gonna be some. What do you think's gonna happen in the future with blind dogs? Like, are they gonna build like haptic sensors with dog? Dude, we need to invent that. Do we have any robotics engineers in here? What if there was like an eye? Because dogs, if they're blind, they just like run into a wall and then they follow it. But if we were to haptic sensor like an eye that sees for them. Get her house call. Seeing eye dogs for your dog. If she's getting cataracts, you can have them removed. I haven't even got my cataracts removed. I mean, I'd probably get hers removed before mine. Her eyes are definitely cloudy. Yeah. I would easily. In fact, I'm too scared to do it. There's got to be something. I definitely am losing perfect vision. I've had perfect vision my whole life, just about until now. I had to get so hammered. Dude, when they cut your fucking eyelids off, I'm good, dude. I don't want to know that happens. If they found a way to anesthesia that you to pass out without your eyes rolling back your head, I wouldn't care. But you gotta be awake. Fuck. Fuck that. Conscious sedatives? No, dude. No, dude. Ugh. Ugh. I've watched these. It's really cool. They replaced the lens with an implant. Brainport Vision Pro. Like a half hour, you walk out next day, you see perfect. Dude, fuck. Is it still only like $2,000? I mean, if Taylor Swift can do it, I can do it. I'm sorry, Carter, no double dipping, dude. No double dipping, dude. In fact, you're triple dipping, dude. 1,400? It's not bad. I'll wait till my vision's worse so I don't have to do it again. I'm more scared about the dentist in the eyes now since the eyes were no problem. I don't like dent. I don't mind the dentist. I don't mind the dentist at all. I don't mind you fucking my shit up. Get on in there. Your fishing clears, you realize you're in Florida. No, 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 no. Yeah. Guys, Jim and I got me the coolest gift. I can't wait till it comes. I have loved the loss invasive bloody eye surgeries, but the eyes have always freaked me out. Yes. Carter, go on. Go. Carter. First of all, let's look at these gym gains, dude. What are we looking at? Jim, do you got any good Carter, you got any good gym gain photos? I want to see what we're working with here. I won't show them to anybody, dude. I just want to check it out. I can't afford dental in this country. Hell no. Can you say dicks in my ass for Galaxy? Because I trust a Trump hater? Dude, my honey dick game is strong. I know not to betray your trust. I actually don't live far from Mexico. I don't mind. I already said dicks in my ass. And it's funny because it sounds like a wiener in my butt. Because it's funny because it's not. Because it's gay. I do need payment on that though. Dude, I'll easily go to Mexico for dental when it's needed. Oh, Zilla delivered the galaxy. Zilla, you're the best. I remember you from senior year. My head game was strong. I went to 5 different high schools. Name one of them. Thought you quit ducking. Carter, you're not even a debate, dude. You're just like Jesus. Mr. Z with the second galaxy, dude. I'm telling you, the universe delivers, dude. You just got to put it out there. W, dude. W, Mr. Z. Dicks in my ass. Put it out there and Jesus will come in you. Wow. Sister Rissa with the truth. I'm in. Sister Rissa. My mom's coming by. She needs to grab some of her mail and stuff. I think I'm gonna hop off. I think I'm gonna call it a night. That name was insane, D. You sound like a big dicks in my ass. Shout out to Carter. Can you say you like my good friend? Big dicks in my ass. That is a local number too. Sorry, we're turning off. We're getting off for the night. Anytime. Chat, I love you. I will catch you guys tomorrow. I might go like live, maybe on an alt account while I edit some videos. So if you guys want to body double and hang out, be sure to follow my alt accounts. I love y'all, chat. Be good. Oh, we're almost to 100K. Guys, get to 100K real quick. Come on now. 99K? Forehead kisses, chat. Forehead kisses. Come on now. Tap that. Carter, you're tapping that screen too, right? Ah, fuck yeah. All right. Thank you, chat. I love you. I'll catch you tomorrow.